Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, putting in work, go rub. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook, hold up. Coach starting to stand on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay Mack and Swaggy Big, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
Big guys and go easy, off the easy for cheesy. With my steppers, our special gifts, making picks so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All my fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Matt Oteezy, Jeremy McInnes, Bill Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ryan Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the number one talk show. Speak out.
The Dub, baby. You heard it first. The Dub.
There you go.
Raleigh Dodge, South Lake Carroll. We shout the Dub. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Salute. What's happening, fellas?
What's going on?
What up, my boy? What up? What up, fellas?
Man, it's Sunday night. And we back. We back in this thing. So got a few things to talk about, man. We got we got the end of the girls flag football season, and now it's on to the playoffs. Now it's time for the cream to rise to the top.
Oh, yes, sir.
You know. Then we had it was a big weekend for the run fast, turn left people.
Very much so. Yes, sir.
Big weekend, man. Kind of surprising. I ain't gonna lie, man. So we got we kind of got our own expert for the run fast, turn left people. We got the Mr. UIL. Pastor. Pastor was out there watching it.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointed for DFW. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of disappointed for DFW. We kind of got our ass handed to us. It's just gonna be
Well,
I don't know. Langston got busy. Langston
girls rolled.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
held it down for us.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. You know,
I don't know, but I'm just kind of disappointed. But shout out to the Langston girls, man. They did do their thing. They went down there, took care of business. And a few individuals, they did take care of business. But before we go there, we got to get an update on our favorite, on the Dub's own girls flag football team. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
That's our adopted team. My man, Coach Carr, put out. We got the player of the week. I ain't gonna lie, man. She look cold right there, dog. She like she just unjuked by 3-4 people.
She
you know what I'm
saying? On that one play, man, she did. She juked a girl on the ground, and she nice. That's Lexi, man. She a sophomore. She nice though.
Oh, she a sophomore? Oh, you got 2 more years, coach.
Yeah. My whole team coming back. Yeah, well, I know seniors.
Oh, look at that.
They're gonna be better too because they're gonna play this summer. You know, so I'm gonna keep them together year round, man. Let them get busy, man. Let them grow. You know, so they set the standard.
They're gonna take it more serious. So they're gonna take it more serious. This though, oh man, I can only imagine how y'all gonna look next year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait till this weekend, man. Excited. Playoffs. We got Spruce in the first round at 8:30. Rematch. Spruce is man, they're as good as advertised. They beat the undefeated Brian Adams to get into it. So they playoffs started this past weekend. So it's gonna be good, man. it's a lot of teams out there. WT White is looking really good. Carter beat Conrad to get into the playoffs, so they got WT White first round. Sock in the playoffs. They playing Lincoln in the first round. Molina and Pinkston, man, that's a good one. Molina beat Pinkston last time, but Pinkston looked good. Like it's a lot of teams now that you starting to see. They are really, really, really getting good, man. So I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm excited to go, man. Been watching game planning all day, man. Just excited, man. It's time to go. It's go time.
I got a question for you, Willow. I got a question for you. Now you been a flag coach for the girls and just seeing all the other young ladies playing. So just tell us, man, like how talented these young ladies actually are. Like far as just tell like far as how much talent they really got, coach.
Man, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. So we putting a team together that we're gonna have this summer that we're gonna go under the Dallas Cowboys umbrella, and we're gonna get a chance to go play for a national title, right? So we putting together a team, and I'm just looking. I mean, Brian Adams got a young lady, man. She's every bit of 6'2", 6'1", man. She can go, man. Long, can run, catch, nice. Lincoln got a young lady named AP. AP, cold coach. She cold, coach. She cold. I mean, she look like a little Deshaun Jackson out there. She be getting busy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then they got a quarterback. Lincoln got a quarterback. Number 2, she long. She can throw. And then you turn around and you look at, even a Molina. Molina got a little running back that can go. You look at WT White. They got a corner. Shoot, she had 4 picks when I was watching her this past weekend. You know what I mean? And then they got another running back, man. She's so nice. And it's a lot of talent out there. I got a chance to sit around and watch it, and it's good football, man. These young ladies are getting better and better and better. And for it to be in the first year, I'm excited to see what these playoffs look like, man. So it's fun, man. Watching the best of the best get a hold of each other, man. It's gonna be nice.
Sir.
Sound like a winner, man. And you say y'all 8:30 Forest Field Saturday morning?
Saturday morning, 8:30, first round of playoffs. We got Spruce. They are a good football team, man, and we can't take anything for granted. It's all hands on deck. They have a good team. They've gotten better. They added some pieces. So like I said, man, they are playing extremely, extremely good football right now.
Man, sound like it's going down, man. It's win or go home. Now, or is this just Dallas, or y'all gonna play like the DeSoto team?
All right, so so the way it works is it's 16 teams on the Fort Worth, Duncanville, DeSoto side. That's 16 teams. They get they get teams that whoever wins out of that, which is probably I want to say it's like 6 teams. They end up going to the state tournament on the 19th. Coming out of DISD, we have to win 3 games. So once we win all for DISD, then we go to the state tournament on the 19th. So our first round game will probably be against a team out of Fort Worth. So we might get your North Crowley or somebody like that in the first round. So like I said, man, you got the Arlington schools. All those schools are all together. So they're coming out that Fort Worth type region, right? So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited, man. Like we watching. We got practice tomorrow, so we're gonna watch the film. We're gonna see what mistakes we made, and just get it in, man. And get prepared to go. So we'll play at 8:30. And then we turn around and play the next game right after that, and then we get a 30-minute break and play the next game. So it's gonna be nonstop. But hey, we've been preparing for that all year, so we're excited.
So you got some game planning to do, Coach?
For us, man, it's really just about us doing what we do, right? Like we'll adjust on the go, and make some adjustments and do some things different. But for the most part, our offense is our offense, our defense is our defense. We've been putting together different things that kind of set up off different things, and the girls are really, really comfortable with it. They know how to make the checks. We've been able to put up around 80 points in the last 2 games. We haven't given up any points. So for us, if you really look at the last 3 games, we putting up, I want to say 100 and no man, maybe more. Yeah, like 106 points, and giving up 6. So for us, we're going to do what we do. We're going to adjust to it. We're going to play football the right way. We're going to be where we're supposed to be. And as long as our girls are locked in and doing things the right way, we'll be fine.
That'll work, man. Tell my girls bring home that ring, man. They got to bring on. We need a parade in Stephenville.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's ring season, man. So we excited, man. Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Coach Stillwell is being modest. You could tell that he went to the school of the University of Michigan on how to answer questions from the press. You notice how he mentioned all the other teams and all the other players, but he didn't mention any of his players. Y'all notice that? He just talk about, we got to do what we got to do, and then he talk about how many points his team has scored versus how many the opponents have scored. But he didn't say anything. So I'm gonna brag on it because I saw it firsthand. I'm telling you, that quarterback, he got a quarterback. I was expecting it. I'm gonna tell you this. When I went in, because y'all know how I feel about foosball, but these ladies have changed my perspective. I was expecting to see a whole bunch of ducks in the air, a whole bunch of girls saying, ow, ow, and the ball hit them or whatever, hit them in the head. When I tell you, his quarterback, she is nice. When I tell you she can thread that needle, she can thread the needle. They got a little running back, and I'm telling you, if she listen to this segment, rip this segment and tell her, I understand she loves basketball, but what I saw out there with her, she could be out there with tackle football. Because I'm telling you, she did a move. She did a Barry Sanders move. She put her hand on the ground. Everybody thought she was done. The girl was going to get her flat. Man, she did a spin on her hand, and she was gone. I'm telling you, man, Willow has a squad. He got that safety that did that pick 6, and she took it to the house. I'm telling you, man, he got a squad. Don't let him fool y'all, because he sit up there being all modest, talking about, well, this team here, that team there. Yeah, but I'm telling you, I know what I saw firsthand. Those ladies can play. When I tell you they can play with the best, and they are one of the best. So I'm gonna keep bragging on them for what I saw and what I've been seeing. And so I know he was trained well by one of the best coaches in collegiate history. I get that. And they always say, you talk about the other team, you don't talk about your team. But I'm gonna do it for him. I'm telling you, them Lady Dragons, they got a squad. So y'all just wait and see what they do when it comes to playoff. I'm excited. I'm excited to be out there.
Yeah, I'm excited for them, man. They have really grown this year, man. They really have. So I'm excited, man. It's gonna be some good football this week.
Hey, there you go, man. There you go. Now, your season, Pastor Tutson, you had your this was like your Super Bowl weekend, so I'm gonna let you tell us about it, and I'm gonna let B Rise take this part over, man, because y'all like to talk about it. I'm gonna kind of enjoy it, and me and Coach, we'll just add in our 2 cents here and there, but we're gonna let y'all take off, man. Y'all give us a summary, and just let me know. I got the results up here if you need something pulled up, but yeah, just
yes, sir.
Go ahead with it.
The one thing that I want. Go ahead.
Okay, Pastor. You Batman or Robin? Let's get it here.
We're gonna get it in. I'm gonna tell you. Because B-Roz made a prediction. He had talked about that young man from Corsicana early. And when I tell you first, I knew when he came out with that rag on his head, I said, he's going to do something special. When I tell you that young man was cold. And as quiet as it was kept, there were a lot of records that were broken.
Sure
like, for one, he broke, that young man from the Corsicana, broke a record. Broke 2 records, actually. And then Tate out of Harlan, I'm disappointed in him. I'm very disappointed in you, Tate. And you want to know? I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because I saw it firsthand. And when you watch the video, you're gonna see what I'm saying. 15 meters before the finish line, he shut it down. And that young man broke Robot Martin's record that stood for 40 years, and he shut it down. And he's just a junior, so he'll be back next year. Ooh. He shut it down in that 200.
What he run?
He ran a 20.12.
I thought the record was 20 flat, 1999.
Now they had
for high school.
Well, he
had Texas relays.
But here's the deal about Texas. They don't recognize Texas relays records like that. They only recognize the state records. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the deal. But he was just short of breaking Robot Martin's national record. But he has officially the state record, because the state of Texas, like I say, it's odd. It only recognizes state records that happen at the state meet, which I don't like that. I never like that. But yeah, he shut it down, man. He shut it down. And I was like, man, because when I saw him coming, I said, he gonna get it. I kept looking at the clock. I was watching him because I could see on the big screen as he was coming down, the straight there. And I said, man, he gonna get it. He gonna get it. He gonna get it. And he literally shut it down. He shut it down. So I'm disappointed in you, man. Yo, don't ever take for granted that you're gonna be able to do it again. We had a lot of athletes do that. We see a lot of professional athletes do that, and they don't get back to that level. So that's my biggest disappointment. But I'm excited for the young man on what he did in that 100 as well, because he doubled up. He took the 100 meter title and broke the record. He ran a 9.92 for the 100, and then he turned around and doubled up in the 200. So I was very excited. But I got to go, those Lancaster girls, to not have a 100 meter runner in the finals, and what they did and how they did it out there, and I knew it was something special. That second leg, I'm gonna tell y'all something. That second leg for the Lancaster team, she cold as ice. She can run with some of the boys. I'm gonna tell you that right now. She put them out there, man. She did. She is nice, but yeah, I gotta ask this question, and I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna turn it over to B-Rise. B-Rise, we got somebody in common, man. Old friend, I'll tell you, 6 degrees of separation. She's in the group. She never posts anything, but shout out to Vanessa Marie, because you actually invited her into the group, B-Rise. So tell her to quit hiding and come on out here and get on this dub and support. And Miss Lydia, this is live. I know J-Mac forgot to tell you, because she'll sit there and watch a whole show and get mad because she like it was a recording. Right. We are live, Miss Lydia. So
this ain't a rerun.
No, we live, but
look at my background. Let you know it's live.
Yeah, we gonna get B-Rise to play that piano one day. We gonna get B-Rise to play that piano.
Yeah, but it was a nice
one. I
one.
See if B-Rise can sit on the couch. That's all I
want to I can't. Man, well, what are you petty, boy?
Oh man. So shout out to the Dubettes, man. I gotta know this, J Mac. Is your nemesis in here? Is he somewhere in the chat? Is Coach Todd in here? Because he didn't want to come see me yesterday. I want to know if he could come on if you let him come on for a little bit. If he's in the art, because I can't see Facebook because it get me distracted. That's my OCD kicking in. if he in there, I told him to come see me.
You want him to see you?
Yeah, I want to come talk to me after that 4x1.
You thought Coach was in Austin?
Was he in? Oh, well, he don't like track, so he probably wasn't. But I want him to come see me anyway. He could have sent me a message.
Did Sock have anybody in Austin?
Nobody.
No.
I thought they had a girl, but not just one girl. I mean, but she won what, the 100 and 200, or she placed like, I thought she did like really well in 2 like events. I don't know. I just remember reading it.
Yeah. I don't remember that either. But know. I didn't see it. I think they did have. I thought it was a field event. A girl that did field events, I thought went down there.
I don't think she made it, Jay.
You don't think she made it?
No, they just had that one female.
Okay. You know what she ran?
She ran 100. I think she placed second, if I'm not mistaken, Jay. She placed second in 100. In 100.
In 5A.
In 5A, yes.
Okay, I'm looking at 5A and Red Oak.
Yeah, they didn't have. Yep.
No, it wasn't.
Go ahead.
It wasn't 100.
Oh, 100?
No.
Look at 200.
Hey, but while we talking about it, can we give Red Oak a big shout
she
out,
didn't
man? They girls showed out down there. They had a winner in the 100, the 4x1, and the 4x2.
Man, I didn't even know Red Oak was rolling like that.
Yeah, Red Oak been rolling like that. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to the Red Oak coach.
It was discus. I told you.
Yeah.
Well,
I knew it was something, man. I knew
it was gonna be a field event because number one, the boys track they have a quota. One spring start, everything got to stop.
Don't do that. Oh shit.
One spring start, everything got to stop. So I already do that. I already do that. Didn't have no boys state fight. And the girls, I knew they had a field event. Girl that went down there. So, hey man, shout out to him, man. But if you want to talk to him, I'll send him the link, man. Y'all get it over with early.
Yeah, I just because my deal is he gonna say that I'm spinning it a certain way. But if y'all remember, I came on here and I told you, I said teams that don't win district in the 4x1, and then they turn around and don't win area, and they don't win regional, they not gonna come back and win state. I know that Matt Stepp had mentioned one team before that had done it, but when I tell you that's an anomaly, you don't see it. You just don't. You don't see a team that if they barely get in to the next level and then they come like gangbusters in state, it just doesn't happen. It's very rarely. Yes, sir.
So basically, your analysis is if SOC really don't get their track program together, other teams are really gonna close that gap on it. Really, it'd be real. That's what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
I do got a question though, Lazo, because we didn't see Richmond Randall really in state this year.
I know. They didn't.
Now I did see Black Jesus. Black Jesus, like he'll put on about 15 pounds of muscle, so I can understand why he.
Yeah.
That's true, Jay.
Yeah, but you got I'm gonna tell you this. Next year, you're gonna hear it again. Iowa Colony is only a 3-year-old school. But when I tell you they showed out, you're gonna see them deep again this year in the playoffs. I'm telling you, you're gonna see them at AT&T. Those young men from Iowa Colony were rolling. And I mean they were rolling.
Yeah, they be my little step brothers. Down the street.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they did, dog.
You know they rolling.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I felt bad, boy. I was like, damn, 2 teams, right? 2 schools I really had high hopes for. I thought DeSoto and Mansview, Timberview was gonna go down there and kind of show out, but hey man, it didn't work out like that.
There's something that water in Houston, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, they ran under 40.
Well, because they so musty, man. They be trying to run away from their must.
One thing about it, don't catch and run. That's about it.
That's all they got left, man. All they got left is track. We done took everything else from them. They got track.
Yeah, they got track.
Yep. Shout out to Fast U down there in the armpit of America. Fast U, man. They produce some sprinters, man, and they get some great athletes just like up here on this side of town. Shout out to AP Ranch, man. AP Ranch, they represented a lot of teams, and shout out to Lancaster Lightning and DeSoto Swift. Those were the ladies that ran on that 4x1 for Lancaster girls. I see them all summer long. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all can't sit up and eat bonbons and try to play video games all summer. Because these ladies and gentlemen are putting in work. So shout out to AP Ranch on this end. Shout out to Fast U down there in Houston. Shout out to DBE Track Club. Like I said again, the Soto Swift and the Soto Nitro and Team Quest. Because they showed out. They did. So proud of them. I see my man, Coach Todd, is in the building. I've been looking for you, man. So I want to hear your perspective because I'm the king of ripping. I can rip it. I'm the king of receipts. So I'm gonna go back and you're gonna see after this show tomorrow. I'm gonna say what you said initially, and I'm gonna see how you switch it up tonight. So how are you, Coach? I salute you, Coach. How you doing?
What's up, Alonzo?
What up, Coach?
Now, what picture you painting tonight, man?
I'm just telling you, like you told me. I can remember I told you. I said teams 4x1, especially if they don't win district and they don't win area, and then they sure don't win regional, but they get in because they squeaked in. Right, that wild card, they not gonna win state. So go ahead and give it to me because I know you're gonna tell me Finley was still injured.
Tell me how this whole debate started.
Because I told you about the relay, and I told you that coaching matters.
Okay, that's not what it started at.
So refresh my memory.
This started when B. Rosner was saying that because Bray didn't run ankle leg, that's why Duncanville lost in district. My whole thing from the beginning of the whole damn story was they missing a leg, and if they get their leg back, they're more than likely they were gonna win state in the 4x1 if they got their leg back. Pending him. If they didn't get their leg back, you never heard me say, I didn't go to all that analytic shit like y'all be doing and start talking about who run ankle. Because if you look at it, who ran ankle the last 3 races? Who ran ankle regionals? Who ran ankle in area? And who ran ankle in state? The person everybody was saying should have been on ankle in district. And what did it change in any race? Nothing. So the thing was, in order to change the outcome of the races, they needed the Finley kid to get back healthy. And he wasn't able to get back healthy. That was my whole argument was about. So the coaching matters shit. I mean, you can say 100 different 3,000 ways. At the end of the day, they went back to the same format y'all talked about, and they got the same result. That was my whole
not even the same result. It was worse.
I mean, yeah, you can technically say, I mean, yeah, it works, but they actually ran their fastest time, I think, in the state meet of the year.
But did you see the other squads?
I know, but I'm saying, like, I didn't give them a chance, Lonzo, if Finley wasn't running. Like, my whole assumption was based on him being back healthy and able to run. If he wasn't going to run, I don't give a damn what they would have did. They weren't going to win.
I'm going to say this again.
That shit wasn't going to matter.
Mr. J-Mac, can you pull up the results of the 6A boys 4x1?
Okay.
And we can.
That's where this discussion started from about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, because we thought it was bad coaching during that time.
But y'all said bad coaching based on Bray not running ankle leg. Like, I don't understand how that constitutes bad coaching.
But the reason why, our reason was Bray, the DeSoto kid who ran ankle leg for DeSoto, Bray beat him twice already. He walked him down, then he been 100. He beat him pretty good. That's all we were saying. And when you see the DeSoto Duncanville kid get walked down by the kid Bray just beat, then come on, coach. We got a legitimate argument right there, coach.
I know, but I'm talking about when you start getting to the elite of the elites. What's the best part about Bray running? Like is it his start or is it finish?
Coach, he ran what, a 9.96?
No, I'm debating, but I'm saying he normally kill everybody in the start. His start is phenomenal.
In the start, yeah, his start. Honestly,
So when you start talking about it in the relays, when you start talking about handing off a stick, nobody's coming from a standstill start but to scratch leg. So everybody's on the run now when they get the stick. So I mean, that shit debatable. Because I done heard, Lonzo, I know you've been around enough track. You done seen what people put. They fast guy on 2 and try to build the lead and tell the ankle leg to hold it. You know, saying different strategies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
honestly, go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go back to last year. Go back to last year when Duncanville won the state track meet. All these Facebook coaches say Duncanville was stupid for Bray running third leg. Go back and go watch our shows from them previous years. They said they was dumb. They said Brookins was dumb and didn't know what he was doing because Bray should have been on first leg instead of third leg. Go back and go watch our shows.
Yeah, but I wasn't one of those people. Like you said, those Facebook coaches. And therein lies the difference.
We're on Facebook right now.
But are you pulling? Can you see those results?
Yeah,
can you see those results?
Yeah.
So you thinking, right?
Yeah.
That and no offense to Duncanville people, I know y'all gonna come after me. So you thinking, looking at those results, that Duncanville had a chance, and Braden had to walk down 2 people to get that slot, the place that they got.
And you saying that Finley was running? Because I think 2 of Duncanville legs was out this week on the 4x1.
Oh,
correct. But I'm sitting here saying that if you look at those results, and DeSoto got caught at the end because DeSoto's ankle leg never saw that 4th leg on the team that won it. He didn't see. I know he didn't see him because he came up out of nowhere, and Braden almost pooped on himself to catch 2 of them. It wasn't happening. It wasn't happening from the jump. They were out of it coming out the gate. Duncanville, they were out of it.
But
I'm telling you what I saw firsthand.
I know, but I'm saying that was another replacement leg too, though, right? Because I'm saying Ace has been running first leg, right?
You gonna get me in trouble. You gonna get me in trouble tonight. Let me do this before I get started. The views and opinions expressed are those of Alonzo Tussin, aka Passer, aka President of the Snub. So send all correspondence not to the Dub, send it to the Snub, because it's gonna get me in trouble. Okay. So I'm gonna say this: Duncanville. I want y'all to look back the last 3 or 4 years. Has Duncanville been plagued with injuries in track like they have been this year? I'll answer that question. No. Now,
let's say this though. The second fastest kid on their team, yeah, he's been plagued by injuries every year he's been in high school. He wasn't at Duncanville the previous year, so yes.
But he wasn't at Duncanville.
But I'm saying his junior year, he missed the entire season, the outdoor season pretty much, and he's been injury plagued this entire time in high school.
Okay, but repeat what you said though. Was he like that at Duncanville?
He's only been there this season.
This is my point. Hold on. I'm going somewhere with this. Think about all the athletes. Let's go back. Durham, CD. Did CD have injuries like that? No.
Nah, football player too.
But before that, did Gorey have injuries like that?
Football player too. Football player.
And but I'm gonna quote the great Coach Samples when he said at halftime, I'm going to try to talk, halftime adjustments and strategy. And he said his athletes are over there with the track coach. There is a difference. There is a huge difference because true track coaches study anatomy. They understand the makeup of the human body. Therein lies the difference.
So what?
Go ahead.
You gave me 2 examples of 2 kids that played football that pretty much had ran at Duncanville their entire career, and you compared it to a kid that's been there almost a full year this year. Where's the comparison to that? I don't get that.
I'm saying about coaching matters. Because before that,
where's the coaching part at?
When did Finley get hurt this year? So we got to go all the way back.
His last race was the Jesuit. I think the Jesuit meet. That was the last time he ran this year. And he came to Duncanville. I've missing the entire season the previous year. So you make it say anatomy, and then some people make it dig deep and find out there was some overtraining shit. But I ain't gonna get into all that.
We can't get into all that because I said.
But what I'm saying, Lazo, when you start want to flip some skeletons on one end, you may open up a tombstone on your own ass on the other side.
Coach, all I'm saying is I'm quoting Coach Samples. You go back and pull up that quote. I'm sure that J-Mac gonna be able to find it. When he said, I'm trying to do halftime adjustments, and my players are over there with the track coaches. Why? Because there was a system. I'm telling you what I saw firsthand at the meets. I'm telling you what I see firsthand at the state meets, and it was totally different. The atmosphere in the Duncanville camp was different. The pre-race prep was different. Everything was different. It was different.
And so
I put it in the Facebook group earlier that race prep is just as important as the workouts.
I know, so
you can't just
they lost because of race prep.
They ain't been prepped right.
And I'm saying,
go ahead.
And I'm saying, what are you making this assumption on the few times you've seen them warm up in at the few races you may have been to this year?
I'm going by what I see, right? There's a certain atmosphere, there's a certain culture that when coaches are able to do what they need to do and the athletes buy into it, there is a difference. And I'm telling you, I can't read the chat because I'm half blind. Like I say, I'm still trying to recoup because not only did I do UIL, I did the TAPS meet before that. So J-Mac, you had put it up. Somebody said something in the chat. I didn't read what
they just said they thought Duncanville did beat DeSoto earlier, but DeSoto did beat Duncanville at Jesuit meet, which was probably Finley last meet too. That he ran.
Because in the Jesuit meet, Bray wasn't there. He was gone. I think he ran out of town somewhere. You know, so I'm saying it's tomato. What I'm saying is, I hate when, like, first of all, it's a thing called chemistry too.
Right.
Chemistry is a big thing. And I'm talking about within the kids. Then you keep talking about Coach Sample say his players at halftime is with the track coach. But then we bring this up in reference to a kid that don't even play football over there. So he wouldn't have never been at halftime with the track coach because he wouldn't have been in the locker room. So I'm trying to see, how does that have anything to do?
I'm glad that you said that, Coach. What I'm saying is it is about a training regimen. It is about race prep. It is about conditioning. It's about structure, and it's about eating right. Now you really can't control the eating right, because when the kids out of your sight, they're gonna eat their hot Cheetos and hot Takis and all that stuff. I get that, but there is certain things that come into prep, and this won't be the last time. And I'll say it again. This won't be the last time, because everybody think, well, Duncanville did, and they may bounce back. But you got to think, Coach Henderson came out of that same Duncanville camp, and you're starting to see DeSoto come back up like they were doing years ago. And you'll continue to see DeSoto up there if not at the top, close to the top for many years to come, as long as Coach Henderson is there. There is a it's same thing with football, Coach. Same thing with you coaching football. That you can go to a school that hadn't been winning anything, and you change that culture. You turn that culture around, and you're gonna see a difference.
But you're not comparing a school like that. You up there talking about goddamn Duncanville and DeSoto. They got talent every year. All the fucking fast track kids, pretty much, in their goddamn thing. This is my problem. And then what I see, and it's just gonna be honest and keep it real. You had a bunch of turmoil around the program that, for whatever reason, you had a bunch of turmoil and a bunch of shit going on. It would be a difference if you was nobody sabotaged Duncanville for their coach not to be there this year. Like nobody was like, "Ooh, I'm finna steal somebody's job to coach somebody run around the track." Now I don't think that was the case. So first of all, it was a job nobody really wanted to take because nobody even anticipated it becoming open this year. But situations happen. So now everything that does go wrong automatically is going to be the coaches. It's going to be the same way when Sam retired and somebody lose in the third round. Everybody going to say some shit fucked up and that got messed up. It's going to be the same thing. But what you got to understand, at some point in time, like, you're going to have a bounce back year. Now, if the Finley kid was healthy, I think they would have been a lot more competitive and probably could have finished in the top of the football one. But I'm still saying you still lost a lot of chemistry with the Korean guy. You probably lost one of your better 400 runners in the quarterback leaving. That a year before, nobody even knew he was no special talent in track. Till he just went on the track one day and ran, and then next thing you know, motherfuckers say, "God damn, he a 48 without training." But it's
okay.
And then what I'm saying to you is, when everybody throw their little jabs, you still talking about this is what I hate about the track community. Like when y'all think y'all so much a guru. And y'all talk about the kids that have naturally been the better track kids since they were younger. Like, you're not telling me about no kid that enrolled in Duncanville and he was running 12s and now he's running 10.5s. You ain't showing me shit about that. What you showing me is kids that have been track runners, have continued to progress in track, and they good in track. They happen to play football too. But you're like, show me where all this, somebody took a 12 flat and made him a goddamn 10.8. Like, where that documentation at?
Oh, you just said the quarterback.
Huh?
I said you just said the quarterback. The quarterback didn't run track.
The first time he got on the track, J-Mac, the motherfucker ran 48. Is that normal, Alonzo?
But I will say this with the quarterback. Henny started working with him early, and I know this for a fact because Henny, my dog, we've been talking forever. So he had been kind of working with him on that, on just running, period, and getting faster. So
you mean he was training him?
Well, I ain't even gonna say training. You can say training.
Talking to him.
No, you can say training, but I'm talking about like maybe after practice type work. Do a little extra, not really just like 2-3 hour training. You know what I'm saying? Just more or less, if you work with me, I can get you faster. You know what I'm saying? That type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then it went over to the track. But I think that kind of go for everything, to be honest with the coach. We can say the same thing about football. Like the good football players are the good football players. Like you ain't finna get a big sorry rascal and make him an All-American. I mean, that kid probably been good forever. So I mean, it kind of go with everything.
I can name a few.
I don't know.
I mean, like if you look at America, they went to our school. Coming in as a freshman, he's nowhere near what he progressed to be to go to Stanford. Nobody would have thought that when he first transferred to SOC. His second semester of his freshman year. So I'm saying when you talk about them type of guys, you're not naming that type of guy in track to me.
Well,
So,
I don't know. I don't know what's the equivalent to that though.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta keep shaking my head at you, coach, because you talk about the track community, but you are trying to give us this sneaky backhand, talking about, well, I developed this kid that went on to be a
That
D1
was
athlete.
6'5". Yeah, that was 6'5", 300
Yeah,
pounds.
but then yeah.
But I'm saying most big kids are not developed though. Like you're not gonna find the Brian Swanson. Like Brian Swanson came to us with some natural God gifted shit that nobody knew he had, more like Keelan Russell type. But I'm talking about if you'd have saw Mecca when he was in the freshman year, you would have been nowhere you'd have projected him to be where he ended up. So I'm saying that's a different type of the development. I ain't saying that ain't got nothing to do with me. I mean, there's other guys and other programs that are the same way. I'm talking when you talk about big boy. What I'm talking about, you naming all the kids that's been fast since they ran for goddamn the midgets in DeSoto Swift.
Okay, I'm gonna break it down to you like this, coach. Then, if that's the case, that these young men and young women are not being developed over the years, then why is it that so many of these athletes fall off in college?
Because the competition level increases. Some of them may not may didn't project well to the college level. Some of them may have had picked the incorrect school for them to really have an opportunity to play at. There's a whole bunch of reasons when you go to college. The same reason why. Who the fuck talk about Jeremy Warner now? I mean, not Jeremy Warner, Matt Bowling. Like, who is he now?
That's my point. But had he been running the times that he was running in high school, we'd be talking about. So what happened? It gets back to coaching matters. You trying to make it seem like coaching matters in football, but it don't matter in track. You just run fast and turn left.
No, that's how you turn word. Coaching matters in everything. What I'm saying is, a lot of times, what the knock on a lot of Texas players and athletes, especially in football, and you can say in track too, is they are so trained in high school that they peaked out where they ain't got no more development to do when they get to college. So now you take a kid from Florida who just been playing on some natural God-given talent, and now he started getting developed, and he just blow by their ass because they done picked out. Go ask Will recruiting college. People say that shit all the time about Texas high school football players.
Yeah, I say it all the time. I say it all the time. Like, so it's different type of players. Most people go get your true athletes from Florida because for that exact reason. I can teach them, I can nourish them. They're just naturally good at what they do. Texas high school, because our coaches are paid more, our facilities are better, our weight rooms are better, they got better training. Just look at it now. Just look at it for an example. You got more freshmen coming in playing varsity than you ever had. But they're playing a lot of football. They're playing spring football. We have spring football. Detroit, who put out more pros than probably anybody, has less resources and play less football. But because they can get to college and get developed, it's a lot better. You go to Texas to get kids you want to play right now. You know what I'm saying? You go to everywhere else for kids to develop. It's always been like that. Now,
But
to answer your question, Alonzo, it was a kid who went to Skyline High School. Okay, his name is and he went to Atwell, close by the great Charles Walton, and his name was Michael Johnson. Not a lot of people knew who Michael Johnson was coming out of high school. Not a lot of people knew who he was. But when he got to Baylor, he developed in a way that he went from running 48s in high school to running 45, 44s, and 43s in college. Is that a guy who you taking and he developed? You see what I'm saying? Like to me, track guys, you're fast regardless. And I'm gonna give you another example. Freshman year at Skyline, my little cousin Howard, we would run Lily. He played Little League football for me, so he would run. I'm like, man, you need to run track. Never ran track before. I kept saying, man, you really need to run track. Never played track before. He got to Skyline his freshman year and won state in 800 as a freshman. He didn't have no training up until he got to Skyline. Am I lying, Todd?
No, Howard Shepherd.
Yeah, he didn't have none and won state in the 800. In the 800, Lonzo, little black boy from Oak Cliff, won it in the 800 with no training. So I think if you fast, you fast. Like you can get better because coaching matters.
You football coaches sound crazy, dog. Y'all sound really biased. Y'all really do. Y'all sound really biased, dog. That sound really biased. Like y'all really also so I'm up my own ass type stuff for real. Like y'all just like yeah. You run track, you just fast, but you play football. I developed you from an infant to be, come on, y'all. You gotta admit, can you coach somebody to be faster? That's all I want.
Yes, but nobody's disputing that.
Yes, you come.
Y'all disputing it. Y'all don't dispute it.
We're saying if you're fast, like just genetically, you're fast. Like my man in Jerry Brazil. That whole family fast. That's something in his genetics. They go way back in the day.
But this whole family faster. That's what we talking about.
Yes, they can get faster. But I'm saying they baseline is fast. They go get a coach there faster.
It's no different. It's no different than in football when you say somebody big. You didn't develop the big. You try to develop the shit around it, or somebody in basketball is tall, like Chris Bosh was tall.
That's what we're talking about, right? He's tall. But y'all was talking, I think that's what Alonzo was trying to say, is y'all are kind of belittling the fact that you can get faster. Just because you fast don't mean, look, being fast don't mean nothing in the track world. Everybody fast.
Ain't nobody, and listen, nobody has.
Well, I'm not what I'm saying.
From what I'm listening to, from what I've heard, nobody's saying, because Todd said earlier, coaching matters. So nobody's saying that you can't get faster. Like that's a given. If you're a good coach, you can get faster. You know what I'm saying? Like that matters. What we're saying is, as a baseline, you're always going to find a fast dude. A fast dude can get faster. A slow dude can get fast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you can. If you're a good coach, you can take. Listen, that's what I pride myself on. I'm sure every coach on this panel prides himself on. Ty prides himself on. I've taken a walk-on at Michigan and made him a fourth rounder. I've taken a HBCU kid and turned him into an NFL prospect. If you can coach, you can make your person better. It does not matter. Right? That's a part of coaching. But you got to start with a baseline. They got to have some intangibles that you can't coach. And a lot of times people mistake the biggest quality for an athlete is hard work. Working hard is a talent. That's a talent.
Like when we talk about a kid like Bray, he's naturally always been fast. Has he gotten faster? Hell yeah, he got faster. He's been developed to be faster. But the point is, he wasn't coming in like no baseline, no 11 flat. Like go back before he got to Duncanville. He was like he could run. He got faster
again. I'm gonna go back to what I said again. And you said that coaching matters in every sport except for track. That you can just get out there and that's pretty much what you're saying. That's pretty much what you're saying.
That's not what you're saying.
That is what you're saying.
No, I say on the baseline. Number one, if you get a kid that comes in, like take the freshman, the two freshmen that got third and fifth in 100 this week. They're running 10-1s now as fucking freshmen in high school. You can't say, as the coach, the first time you got them, that you what did you take them from to get them to a 10-1? Because they have to already be fast as fuck.
Okay, and I've seen the other end that they come out there like freshmen, like gangbusters, and then you start asking what happened to them. Sophomore year, what happened to them? Junior
Bad
year,
coaching.
what happened to them?
Bad
Senior
coaching.
year, what happened to them?
Bad coaching. Bad coaching.
Say it again, coach. Say it again, Coach Carl. You said what?
It's bad. Listen, if your player is getting
Okay.
worse every year progressively, that's bad coaching. That like okay. How can I say this? If you've been a dog, like a real dog from each level that you've advanced, you're not going to all of a sudden stop being a dog. The only way you stop being a dog is if you stop practicing, you stop working out, you start doing other bullshit, you're not doing things the right way, and you're not being coachable. That's the only way that you stop being a dog. That's it. So if you're fast and your ascent is you getting faster and faster because you're doing the little things every week, every time to continue to get faster. If you're not getting any faster, you're not working hard. You're not working on the deficiencies in your game. There's a lot of things that you're not doing that's gonna inhibit you from getting better.
And when you talk about a freshman just running 10-1 like consistently, like at some point in time, like how much faster can they really get? God damn! Cause we just talking about
what
national record.
Well, like I said, you got a junior that ran a sub 10 at the state meet. So this is what I'm saying. They can get faster. But the way I'm hearing from you, Coach Todd, is football. You can take a glob of clay and make him a defensive end. That's what I'm hearing from you. And anybody just get out there on the track and just kick their shoes off and run barefoot. And you try to act like they Forrest Gump. You act like they Forrest Gump, man. They just get out there and kick their braces off their legs and just start. I just felt like running. That's what you saying, Coach. That's what you giving us. You giving us it.
No, Lonzo. Listen to what
that's not what he's saying, Alonzo. That's not what
I'm saying. In track, it's individualized. You don't make a highlight film for track. You can sell some football shit easy about coming out 15 plays out of 500 and somebody gonna offer your ass. You can't clip track meets. You can't clip when you got the goddamn times on there. You can't clip that shit. That's why a lot of people tell kids that ain't naturally fast, don't get your ass out there on that track and get no time posted next to your ass, because that shit will destroy your ass.
Well, those are the ones that need to be out there on the track with the track coaches so they time. Why do you think? Okay, I'm gonna put it this way.
But ain't no kid finna go out there and get no 11-3 put on. 11-3 ain't really slow. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody finna get no 11-3 put on. They play DB and want 11-3 next to their nine.
Okay, and you know what? But you know how you fix that? You put them on that 400 and you have them out there doing the horizontals. They long jump and triple jump. You want your DBs to be playing to do long jump and triple jump anyway, because what do you tell your DBs to get the football at what point? At its highest point. So you develop them to be your triple jumpers and your long jumpers.
I'm saying
I didn't say it was slow. I'm saying is
in most schools,
I'm saying
shit is on fucking on your 100 on your 4x1. They know horizontals. They ass running around the track like the other guy.
Because again, you put your go ahead, B-Rise. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Let's just be real, Todd. Let's just get why is boys track not competitive?
Competitive in regards to who? This is the thing, B-Rod. If you talk about competitive with the 40-point crews and the motherfucker that's cracking 39, like who is competitive with them?
But I mean, Todd, y'all just had just one female to make it a state, though.
There's some schools that have no females to make it a state, or no males.
But I mean, we expect more from SOC, coach.
I'm saying, what have you expected from SOC since probably a long time ago? Like this ain't the old day. Like we can go look back at the state track meet. Hold on, let me count back. 40 years ago, when it was fucking Roy Martin, Derek Cunningham and Carter, the fast people at Hutch, all them, everybody was there. Like that same shit is them matriculated out. But then go back and trace me right when Dallas was running fast. Where the fuck was the kids training at? Sprague and Dallas. Now where the kids training at? Duncanville, DeSoto.
Yeah.
Go back and see who run most of them track teams. It's still DISD people, but they done moved out to better facilities where they ain't got no hassle to get to facilities. And so that's where the better kids start to go.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how it's so hard to trace that shit.
Yeah, because I remember
when the core was a little kid running. I was like, man, he's special. I didn't even know that he played football. So don't come back and tell me 4 years later he's special. Hell, I saw that shit when he was 8.
Okay, Coach, let's do it this way because y'all gave a prime example. And Coach Carr said it earlier about the Brazil family. Okay. They had a record that lasted for decades at 4x1 until it was beaten by Atascocita and Duncanville.
Yes.
They train on a dirt track. So you can't just talk about they got better facilities, because if that's the case, then you should say South Lake Curl, what are they doing in the 4x1? Highland Park. All these places, all these affluent communities that got the best facilities. So you can't just say facilities. It gets back to coaching. You gotta have the coaching. And I understand if you say if a young man is fast or a young lady is fast, and then if they plateau, say, oh man, they came out at 8th grade, they were running this. I can name you countless kids that when they got to high school, it's like, what happened to them? They were fast. They were the fastest one in the school. They were the fastest one in the neighborhood, fastest one in the city. And they get to the high school and they poop the bed. So it gets back to coaching.
A lot of them start thugging and doing other shit. Now, so this what I'm telling you. Like, oh man, like this hard to get through sometimes. You start talking about the facilities and what they ran back then. I mean, that was a different mindset of training. When Duncanville lost last year to Atascocita, what's the first thing Coach Brookins came to her and said? He started talking about they getting trained by professionals and all this other type of shit from down there in Atascocita. So why was that excuse good for him?
By Olympians, Coach. They were getting trained by Olympians.
That's what I heard.
And they were. And
it showed up, right?
And if I could ask the Brazils, if y'all got kids right now, what high schools or what schools do they run at currently to this day?
Because I know one of them just won state.
Didn't it?
Yeah,
the granddaughter just won state.
Yeah, that was the granddaughter just won state. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was his granddaughter that just won state.
Yeah. I know one of them. Oh, I don't know, Coach. It ain't ODY to Dunbar. It ain't ODY to Dunbar.
Now, one of the Brazils won the 100 in 4A.
Yeah.
The young lady that's the granddaughter. Go ahead, look it up. J Mac, put up those results, because I'm telling you, because her mama was fast and she's getting trained by her mama, by her uncles, and by her granddaddy. They had Hallmark. Shout out to Hallmark Track Club.
Hallmark Track Club. 4 words. Okay. Stand up. So but that's what I'm saying. But
in the Fort Worth ISD shit. That's a good job by him.
Yeah. But Todd, let's be honest. Yeah. And the Brazil family is a prime example of genetically gifted kids who are extremely fast and great coaching. That's what they are. So that's what you get with them. You have a consistency of when you always gonna see a Brazil somewhere winning state. That's what they've been doing, every generation of them. So when you got kids who are naturally fast and you give them a great coach, right? And then now it goes back to football, right? Because it's all relevant. If you go back to football, if you look at now, we have coaches that have different experiences that has went out and got different opportunities and different training. So now they're able to bring that back to the neighborhood and pass it down. So now you're starting to see inner city football, certain places, but basically black communities, their football programs are winning state at a high rate because you got better coaching. It's no different than track. Those kids were naturally fast. The difference between track and football was it's one person, one sport, one event, one whatever. And football is a whole different team, different moving parts. But coaching is coaching wherever you go, Lonzo.
Yeah,
And speed is speed. Speed is speed.
Now, a lot of them don't coach the hurdles worth shit because most of them take their hurdlers to one person to train all the hurdlers.
Yeah, it hurdles because I seen a cat take. I saw a cat take 4 steps before he got it in between every hurdle.
And that's 1, 2, 3. Should be 1, 2, 3, but you got.
He might got 5 because he been in that stutter step.
Did B-Rod trying to attack me, talking about why sidetrack like he was running back at Maceo and shit.
No, but say, Todd, I'm gonna say this, Todd. I'm just saying, but what Alonzo is getting at is if your track program is not really up to par, I mean, your football program really, the other team gonna close the gap. I'm just saying, what do you think about that?
I don't believe in that theory. I mean, it's a theory that you can use when you start basing it on, because Duncanville was good, or DeSoto got kind of got the best of both worlds. Probably you could say Atascocita because North Shore was pretty good the year before. You got some teams that do have both of them, but I don't think that's the qualification to have a winning football team. Can it help? Hell yeah.
Coach, I'm gonna say this: if you got players on the opposite team from you, and your players can't catch, I get the same out of Remember the Titans. Remember when old dude told him, he said, get Petey in there. I can't keep up with him. So he's like, and the coach said, if you want Petey to have your position, you go give it to him. Because he's like, I can't catch them. When you can't, speed makes up for a lot. Did they
win that game?
Oh, remember the Titans? They did. You know why? Because Petey got in the game. Because Petey could catch up.
When I was at Skyline, we went against Marquise Goodwin, and he ain't never scored a touchdown on us. 2 years in a row.
So what y'all do? Y'all went zone on them?
No, we pretty much play man on them.
You gonna tell me y'all play man? Did y'all have a safety over the top?
No, we had probably like a middle field safety, but it pretty much on the post. He was gonna be solo dolo.
Coach, don't make me pull up those videos. Don't sit up here.
Let's think about it, Alonzo.
He can't score on us.
Listen. Here's the thing, Alonzo. If he can't get the ball, if the ball ain't coming out his hand, the quarterback hand, that 10-1 don't mean nothing.
Yeah, that
right. If you jam him at the line, yeah. But what do you do? You got 2.
I don't care if you jamming him at the line. If the quarterback can't throw the football, if that offensive line can't block, I don't care what you got on the outside.
Well, yeah, that's true. The line got the line got a block.
Hey, the team that won the 4x1 yesterday, what did their football team finish in the district?
Who won it?
I'm not certain what they finished in different. I think our statistician J-Mac, I think he stepped away. Hope he can come back and pull that up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying you can really start back tracing it, through history and really see does that really match up? And I would curl the different that it doesn't.
But it does when you see it.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's a little bit of everything, right? So one, for me, it doesn't equate to soccer, and the only reason why is because soccer is not a speed team. They're a power team. They play behind their pads. They're fundamentally sound. So they're able to play the game a lot faster than most people in the game of football. When you have true speed, I think if you look at that state championship game, the big plays that they gave up was the speed, but it was also misalignment, people not being where they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that go into that. They lost, if you think about it, the three guys that scored on them were guys that was on the track team, correct? So, but
Yes, sir.
that's fine. That's fine. But if you also look at that game, it was people out of position. It was people not being where they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You may have had one run where the speed shows you the difference of it, but that was one play. That play still did not define the game. So I think, yes, when you do have a team like Duncanville, DeSoto, those schools like that have good track teams and good football teams, Atascocita, North Shore. To me, that's not an anomaly. Those are pretty much the standard. But none of those are as physical as the way Sock play. So you don't have those things. So I always go back to this. Name me a player in Stock 3-year run, or has it been 4 times, 3 or 4 year run that was where you had a guy that you was like, oh my God, they got a home run here on offense.
JT.
Number zero.
That's
Yeah,
it.
JT.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's
you know what?
it.
I will go back to the first championship because I thought those running backs was some home runs.
No, that running back.
No, yeah.
Both
but
of
they
them.
also could take the top off the defense. You see what I'm saying? So to me, but then they also had a quarterback that can get them out of all type of stuff. So I think a lot of that went into it. But I will always say consistently over that span of time, that's not how Sock was built. Sock was built to be a power team. And when they're all lucky enough to get those type of players like JT, that's when you see the speed. That's when you see the difference makers. It goes both ways, man, because if you look at DeSoto, when DeSoto won and they had DJ, they won. But who's the track guys on their team that was on the 4x1?
I'm gonna say the Willow. I'm gonna say the Willow. You're right, Willow, but I'm gonna say the Willow. What you're saying with the power, you're right, but at the same time, Willow, you gotta have overall team speed.
Well, that doesn't mean that Sock not slow. It don't mean they slow. They can't be slow,
No,
right?
Yeah, look what Durham doing at LSU. Like that's what bewilders me. North Shore was a damn 39 relay team last year, and Durham walked the dogs on their ass. I mean, the year before last. Like fast is fast. You know, you gonna get a couple of guys to make go get somebody, but like, come on, fellas. Like, man, shit. That's why you coach angles and motherfucking pursuit drill. Because really, what you want is the kid.
But again, if you can't, that's why I've been quiet, because I've been just taking this all in. Coach, I'm gonna say something.
What?
You need to go out. You need to go out to the DeSoto Swift Memorial Day Classic, and you need to start talking to some of them young men and convincing them to come to Sock. I'm telling you, that's not recruiting. That's not recruiting. Recruiting is, I said, convince them. I didn't say recruit. Recruit means you come out there with your shirt and your hat, and you come out there in your gold. You come out there in your all white with the sweat you come on for the 10%.
We're not gonna use the R word.
No, you just tell us crime-free Marsalis, man. You know, everybody.
Man, Swift don't take care to a degree. They gotta take care of the people that allow them to use their field.
They don't take care of DeSoto. Yeah.
Well, Nitro, that's Nitro job.
Is that Nitro
in one school, Swift at the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the dude over Swift, he went to Sock, Dozier.
Exactly.
And we had a couple young kids from there that's gonna be pretty decent. They were just young this year.
Say that again. They're gonna be what? They're just young, but they're gonna be what? They're gonna be pretty. This is what I'm saying, Coach. I keep saying it again. You can't. B-Rise just said it. I don't care what sport it is. You're going to need speed. And if we're talking about his genetics alone, is any Michael Jordan kids, are they like dominating the NBA? Anybody? Does anybody tell me any Michael Jordan's kids? Okay. It's little Bronny. It's little. It's little.
but this my thing though, Zo. Like speed is one thing, but when you're talking about like we keep making back reference to elite speed. Elite speed is not everywhere.
No.
It's not everywhere, but speed can be developed. You can turn someone, but you can turn it. But you can have a kid. Like I'll say again, you can have a young man, right? That's running 10.7. That's good speed, 10.7. And with the right coaching, they can become elite. That's why when I started out, I was giving a shout out to Fast U down there in Houston. I gave a shout out to AP Ranch. I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of these pro athletes, before they go to the combine, they are going down to Fast U in Houston, working on their 40, or they going to AP Ranch working on their 40. And I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know and what I have seen. Matter of fact, you got Hunter. They'll turn around. And where was he training? Go find out who he give a shout out to. AP Ranch. So I'm telling you, you got Travis Hunter. He trained at AP Ranch. This is what I'm saying, man. You got these athletes that are coming through that are training at these facilities. You go up on the hill at AP Ranch. Y'all need to get Coach Greg on here and talk about what they're doing at all the athletes that are coming, professional athletes, the collegiate athletes that are being trained through AP Ranch out there in Fort Worth, man.
So why y'all don't be on no Crowley? They ain't do the state track me neither. Why that shit on site?
No, I would have got there. I didn't get a chance to get there. I definitely would have got there. And Coach, if you would have listened last week, I did ask.
Yeah, we did ask
Coach White about that. I did ask him about that. Why they sorry in track?
Well, you got to think Coach White just got there too, so they working on some things. Coach White just got there, so it's gonna come. It's gonna come, and you're gonna start to see Chisholm Trail. Matter of fact, shout out to Coach Rickland Holmes, Chisholm's Trail out there. That the USA Track and Field, the district meet and the regional meet will be out of Chisholm Trail this summer. So, Coach, what you need to do, Coach, y'all come on out there and y'all recruit them speedsters, and then y'all can come on here, and when the season's over, and you can stake your claim and say you developed this kid. You came out of nowhere and you developed these kids. So that's what you're saying.
So you're telling me to go to the track district and regional meet, find the kids that's slow to say I developed them.
I didn't say that. I said get the fast ones, and then you can come over here and say you developed them.
Nah,
I won't tell. I won't tell. You gonna need speed, which is why I say y'all look out for our colony, 3-year-old school. Y'all know what they did in the playoffs this year. Y'all watch out for our colony. They had 2. Well, one is graduating, but they had 2 make it to the final.
Like I'm saying, they done split the shit up down there. Them kids come from established programs. I'll stop that shit. With that 3-year-old.
Nobody coaching anybody. You don't went from one end, but you said coaching matters. Man, you talking out of both sides of your neck, man. You sit here like what my people say. Like what my people say, you speak. But you like my people say, you speak with forked tongue. You speak with forked tongue because you said coaching matters, and then you keep saying they got kids that's already developed. And I'm saying this, that you got to keep developing it.
If my tripping be rising, if you say I'm tripping, B-Rod, I'm just gonna say I'm tripping too. But Alonzo lost his damn mind tonight, man.
How I lose my mind? That is what you said.
But let me ask you this,
that shit done went to his head tonight.
Tyler, can I ask you this? But as far as SOC track program is concerned, how do y'all take y'all track program serious?
I love training that, but what you got to realize in today's game too, B-Rob, is let's say if you're a football recruit, a lot of that shit getting pulled to the side because now they're doing visits and all this shit during track season. And now when you start talking about people, they finally gonna make money, and run some recreational track, what would you tell your son when you get on the plane to go see goddamn this school and that school? Then you got the other group of kids. The 707 will really kill track at this time because that shit going on in track season. So now you got guys that are going to be like, well, shit, yeah, I practice track, coach, but hell, we going out of town on Saturday. So what am I worried about them competing in the meet or practicing track? As long as they practice it, I'm good with it. But
I'm glad you said.
Then they start summer track meet before the goddamn high school track season over. Like this shit all a money grab. And we gonna be real.
Well, Coach, I'm glad that you said that. Because I'm gonna ask this, how many summer track meets have you been to just in the last couple of years?
Shit, I ain't been enough since I took my little boy out this shit.
Okay, there you go. And I'm telling you, those college coaches and scouts and recruiters are at those track meets. They are out there at those track meets. They are sitting there in the stands. They are talking to parents. They're talking to the athletes. And I'm not, like I say, I'm seeing this firsthand. They're talking to these athletes at these meets. So these same kids that are out there playing football is because because the football coaches on the collegiate program, they got a speed and condition coach, which is usually a part of the track program. That is why these big schools, why UT went out and got Coach Flo, stole him from Kentucky. That's the reason why Lee Barbarell, they snatched him from Houston because Houston football started playing good, snatched him from Houston, and now he's in Auburn. All these places, man, that I'm telling you that they are looking speed and conditioning coaches. And when these football programs...
Lonzo, stop it. Stop it.
Stop what? Stop what? Stop what?
Stop it, Lonzo.
Stop what?
Now you losing your mind talking up here now. Now we going too far. This one I knew, and this had to be like maybe about 6-7 years ago. When I used to go watch my little boy run the Soto swim practice, and I used to look and see it was the same amount of boys on the middle of the field playing 7-on-7 that was running around on the tracks. And there were two separate entrances going on. 7-on-7 is what hurt track nowadays. Now the real track kids, yeah, they're going to still be bought in to a degree. But most of the real track kids good at football, you'll never see them run their senior year, not one day.
You know what? I'm gonna give you a prime example. Shout out to Zay Gentry. I believe he got fifth in the 110 hurdles. So I'm sitting here telling you, he ran. There were a lot of seniors out there. Matter of fact, do this. Can you do this for me, J Mac? Pull up the 100. Pull up the 100. Pull up the 100, and we're gonna see how many seniors ran this year.
I said that's elite in that's good in football too.
You gonna tell me Zay Gentry? You gonna tell me Zay Gentry wasn't elite in football from CU, from Anna? You gonna tell me he wasn't elite?
Yeah, man. No, I'm saying he's not in that status. Obviously, he didn't elect to go get paid already, and they rolled early. Like that was his choice. Obviously, he made a different choice. Most of our kids, that's D1 kids, they ain't graduated in January and they gone.
Okay, another example. Last year, because we brought him up again, you gonna tell me CD, Caden Durham didn't run track his senior year?
I think
he didn't run track.
I think he chose to stay because of the team they had. But you see, the Corden ain't there no more. You see, Keelan Russell ain't there no more. So when you talk about kids that ain't really built in track, they not gonna stay there. Like they know where their money at. Because who the hell, like I'm saying, we gonna be real. Who the hell want to run on that diamond league when these goddamn college players make more than that shit in one fucking year? And you gotta run on a diamond league and all that shit to make that amount of money. The motherfucker making that shit in 1 year. So if I'm an elite football player, I ain't worried about no damn track.
But elite football,
running it. I'll train, but I'm trying to get to the money.
Again, coach, the elite football players, the skill players, go and see track coaches to get trained.
I'm not saying they don't
go
see coaches for training. I'm saying you'll start to see the decline of them participating their senior year. And Jay Porter, I'm right with you. Now, like, what the hell I'm gonna go? They tell me to report with my son to the track meet. It's 7 in the morning and he don't run till 12. Man, fuck that. Better find a coach or we ain't coming. Or call us when the race about to start. So we didn't get the proper prep. Shit.
Okay.
Have you ever did that shit? That shit's stupid as hell.
Yeah, my son ran track and we did it for 1 year.
You goddamn cannabis. Man, nah, bro. He done practice that shit. We ain't finna go no meet.
Yeah, I need to know. It's just like I treat it just like we used to do the youth football game. Let me know what time they run, and we'll show up an hour early.
Coaches ain't watching the kid. They need to watch the damn kid like we got to do it in high school.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna do it. And I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't trust mine no way.
It'd be 300 heats to 100. Man, nah, man, I got time, man.
Yeah, nah.
Coach Todd, I love you like Coach Todd, I love you like a play cousin. I do, man. I do.
I do. Hold on, and then the athlete gotta pay to get in the damn meet he running in.
That's crazy work, ain't it?
Yeah, shit, man. You know what?
You know why? You know why? You know why? Because y'all football coaches, which is usually the ACs and the ADs, charge tens of thousands of dollars for a track meet. That's why. And they're your kids. You got stadiums that are charging $30,000 to use their stadium. That is crazy. That's why we got to charge a fee for the kids to get in. These track coaches, we're not becoming millionaires.
Well, go build a stadium.
We got to sit up there. We got to offset. We got to offset the cost of y'all, and then they say, "Oh, you turn the lights on. That's another $20,000."
Who is y'all?
Open up your track. Then let us run.
Y'all don't run it no hood school.
What you talking about? My club go down to DeSoto. My club go to Lakers. What are you talking about?
That ain't Dallas. Let's stop that shit.
Man, DeSoto more hood than Oak Cliff.
Thank you. So, but you know why? What are you doing, Coach Todd? Coach Todd, you got pulled. Why can't we use socks?
We ain't got no regulation track.
It don't matter. Let them kids run. Do they practice at your track? Can Oak Cliff missiles? Do y'all charge Oak Cliff missiles to use y'all facilities? Do they use y'all facilities?
I'm not sure what team come up there, but you got this is what you got to in Dallas. You got to go through a department, a rental department to reserve facility. It ain't handled by the school, so it ain't like it's a suburb school where you can just say, "Hey, it's such and such." That ain't how it happened in Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
But it was that way. So what happened?
I think a lot of people probably was making a lot of money hustling out for the shit.
Who make? But I'm saying, what track club is making money? It's these ISDs, and I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna say it up here, and I'm gonna say it again. It's go again. Send all of your comments and complaints to the snub, not to the dub. I live within a shadow of a particular high school, and a football team sucks because every time I turn around and I get the players, the elite players, football players. I get them right, but we can't even use the facilities. We got to go to another town for track practice. But yet the team, you know what it is? No, what it is. You got man. It's gonna get me in trouble. You got people at the top.
Go ahead.
You got people at the top. They got issues. And they know what they are, just like on centers. You got people at the top that are vampires, and you got these other coaches at these schools and this ISD that have been bitten, and they become vampires, and they fall into the trap. And that's why they're gonna be 2-8, 3-7. Everybody's homecoming. They're gonna have 10 homecoming games. And shame of it is 9 of them gonna be on the road. But guess what? Again, they elite players. The elite players, if you go to that particular school and you look at their record board, 90% of them came through my program. You can't use the facility. But you know why? Because when the coaches tell them don't be running track, and that's why I said it's coaching, and then it goes downhill from there.
Well, I don't
If
tell
you're not
nobody.
getting,
I want everybody to run.
Coach Todd. I'm saying, like I said, y'all saying y'all can play to the snub. Don't not to the dub.
But
I'm putting it all out there. You cannot have a facility, elite facility where they keep locking the gates. You can't do that.
They don't want y'all in there tearing stuff up.
Nobody turns stuff up there. They athletes. Why would your athletes turn stuff up? They're not turning it up. Go ahead and say it blatantly. You know what it is. I already put it out there. If y'all know if y'all haven't seen Sinners, I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all. But you know what the theme of Sinners was about.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
I thought Sydney was in the Bible. I don't know what y'all even talking about.
Man, I love that movie. That was a great movie.
Go watch the movie, Coach, and you'll figure it out. These track programs, when you see these elite football teams, these track programs are being.
Y'all go out there, they smoking, and they fighting, and they shooting and shit. That's why this shit high. Let's get back to the root of this shit.
Yeah, let's just tell the truth. That's all you stuff. That's really all you stuff. But let's not get too sidetracked on that. Let's not get too sidetracked on that. I do got one question, Lonzo, because I kind of agree with you on your theory. You know, I support your theories for the most part. But what does this? I need to know when you relate it to football about track. What should we be looking forward to? The fact that Randall didn't have nothing going on in the state, and the year before they had finalists anyway that made it.
They got 9th place in the 4x1.
Yeah. But is that what we want? If they got 9th place.
The reason why, you do. You want that. You want that because they made it to state. See, the people kind of throw out the fact
was that it though? They didn't win. Just the 4x1? Because last year, compared to last year,
right?
It was fast.
And you may see a fall off from Randall.
Hey, and J Mac,
you may see.
And they running back. Y'all be talking about sock. They running back with practicing like a motherfucker. Doing track season too.
Yeah, I saw a video. He looked like he got about 10 pounds of muscle on him too.
And so what I'm saying is, like go jump on them then. Like hell, our athletes didn't practice until they was out, didn't advance no more.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's why I'm asking the question. I'm asking it right now because I'm like Randall. Are they falling off? Is our Colony gonna pass him? You know, this is a musty issue, right?
I say, yeah. We talking about the armpit, but I say yes. But I see what Coach Todd is doing. Coach Todd had this big old oak tree stuck in his eye, but then he want to say point at Randall because they got a toothpick in their eye. I see what's going on. You keep deflecting, Coach. You keep deflecting.
What I deflect?
You know what? This time next year, come see me. I will train your skilled players for free. I will drive all the way to Oak Cliff every day because I love Oak Cliff. Shout out to Ramsey Street. Y'all know about, if y'all really from Oak Cliff, y'all know about Ramsey.
I know.
Like I said, I went to Erasmus again, my first grade year. So shout out to Ramsey. So if you know about South Oak Cliff, you know about Ramsey Street. So what I'm saying is, Coach, this time next year, and when you sit there, you be like, you know what? Hey, we did what we did this season, but we got to get faster. Come see me. I'll come for free.
I'm saying, I never said we don't want to get faster. Like everybody want to be faster.
But you got complaints on how it works. You downgrading the summer track. You talking about I ain't coming out there because it's hot. It's early. You said because getting out there early.
Be right. You my accountability department. Like, when did I downgrade summer track? I say summer track ain't for me to sit out there for 12 hours. That's not in my heart. I'm not built for it.
Hey, coach, is what you do.
Ain't built for when it's cold outside. You got to run. Like, I won't sit out there
Coach.
from 8 in the morning till 9 at night. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have no camp and all that type of stuff. I ain't knocking nobody to do, but that ain't what I want to do.
Coach, I'm gonna say this again. We live in an age to where everybody got smartphones. Smartphones are for not so smart people. That's why I have 2 smartphones. It is your kid is about you drop your kid off, you go back home, you go to sleep, your kid call you like, hey, there's an hour before my event. Then you can get out of bed, come get your ticket, sit out there, watch your kid run, and then take your kid home. You ain't gotta sit out there at 7. It's the same thing.
It's 6 years old. I ain't leaving no 6-year-old out there by himself.
At all.
Hey, but let me do this for you, Coach. Let me say this for you. What's the difference between coming out there at 7 for track, and then you want your players to come out for football at 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and they gotta use car lights so they can see because the lights in the stadium ain't on yet. What's the difference? Tell me the difference between the track coaches saying being there at 7 and you saying be there at 6:30, 5 o'clock or whatever, come lift weights. What's the difference?
First of all, we talking about 14-year-olds and 6-year-olds, so it's an 8-year difference. Second thing is, as a teacher, this is a profession. This is something they signed up for. It's not a hobby type of thing. You feel what I'm saying? That's 2 big differences. Like, y'all can kind of do some stuff we're not able to get away with. Like, you just told me to go recruit kids.
I didn't say recruit kids. Did I say that? Coach Steele, did I say recruit? Did I say that? I didn't say come out there with T-shirts and towels and stuff and giving moms and daddies that handshake, those special handshakes with something in it. I didn't say do that.
If he was 15, yeah, it's different. I'm talking about as
okay.
My kid was going out there. This is 6 years old. I just can't drop him off and say,
okay, your son ain't gonna stay 6. Your son ain't always 6. So what happens when he get to that age?
He ran for a couple years, but shit, we were like, hey, them 8 hours of sitting out here waiting on the next race. Shit, we probably could go read a book or something, get a little smarter.
Hey, Ty. If he was lighting up the track, you might sit out there a little longer.
Hey, yeah, you know what? Hey, if you were lighting up the track, you know what the coach is gonna do?
We got him, Ty.
Give me the Daryl Jones treatment. Man, worry about what happened on that. He would have good for the next 12 hours.
Yeah. He out there getting 6th and 5th place now, dog. We ain't finna stay out here all day.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, though. You got to start somewhere.
Nah, my
you got to start somewhere.
He got to come out. He got to come out at 4 years old winning already. Yeah, he got to come out at 4 winning already, Lonzo.
See, y'all expectations too high.
But you don't even know where it really at because it's 800 heats of the 100.
Yeah.
You need goddamn Apple tag on your kid to know when he up.
It's 11 o'clock when you get through ready on my relay.
No, sorry, Will. I was so happy he wasn't there. He didn't get selected for the mile relay. I like shit.
Yeah,
the 100 and the 400.
And see,
that might be the only race I can show up to on time, Coach. Is the relay.
But see, this is the mentality. This is what happens to our athletes because the mentality of these football coaches, and now you got kids that should be on the mile relay. They hide in the forest. They hide in the bathrooms. They hide under the bleachers. They talking about their stomach hurt. All of that stuff. And then you wonder why you get mad because your kids are sucking wind when everybody holding up that four quarter, but then they get run over by the other football team because y'all don't have no endurance because they ain't been out there running them 4x4s.
People been ducking the mile relay since I was a kid. I don't hear that shit.
and again,
I wasn't out there as a football coach. I was out there as a fucking parent.
Because if your son is listening to what you saying now, I can imagine what he was hearing in the car. I can imagine when he was in the car on the way home. You thought, I ain't coming out there. I ain't doing it. So now you don't crush the young man.
Well, he don't want to
Because
be
you
out.
already
He don't want to be. He don't want to be out there for sixth place. Yeah, he didn't want. Right. He was already getting pushed by his mama.
But that's what y'all do though. All these kids that you talking about, they didn't come out the womb being elite. Some of these kids were getting these brown ribbons. And if y'all know what them brown ribbons, that means we just participation ribbons. Them brown ribbons, and they started and they stuck with it.
My
we don't do those.
My kid didn't start playing football till this year as a freshman. I don't force shit on no kid.
I didn't say force them, coach. But if you discouraging them by saying I ain't coming out there, it's too early. It's too hot.
No.
You ain't gonna be on the mountain.
I wasn't telling him I wasn't going out there. It was just I like, damn, I gotta sit out here till earth closed or some shit.
Coach, I'm gonna put it to you this way. I know that you were a background singer for the Rude Boys because it's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. You ain't gotta say anything, Coach. I've seen your facial expressions here on these podcasts. I've seen when J Mac say something to you, and I see how you start brushing your hair, and then here we go. You go in the paint. You don't have to say a word, Coach. You say it. Your facial expressions speak volumes.
Hey, B-Rod.
You don't have to say it to that young man.
It ain't no different than B-Rod when he said his daughter getting in the band in Lake Ridge, and the first thing he said was, damn, now I got to go to all the games.
That is true.
I bet
you like to sit in the sun. You like to walk around with a starter pistol on your hip. You like to sit in front of the Alcatraz clock. Like you could have went work in volleyball tournaments. They pay good money too. You could have been.
I love track.
You could have been an umpire. You could have been a referee. You could have been a whole bunch of stuff. You chose to take your extra spare time to dedicate it to track and being a track official. That don't mean I'm bad because that ain't what I want to do.
I ain't say that, and I'm not. And shout out to the football referees, but I'm not sitting out there in all the elements in snow and 20-degree weather trying to sit out there and run up and down the football field. I'm not doing that. So no, I would rather be. I'd rather be out in the sun.
It's track.
I'd rather be out in the sun.
So we making choices.
But coach, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you right now. You better start watching some Iowa Colony film. Because Iowa Colony, y'all better watch out for them next season. That's all I'm saying. You heard it here first. You watch out for Iowa Colony.
My homeboy coached at Iowa Colony that I went to high school with. Is what you talking about.
Oh, so he gonna give you practice film?
No, what I'm saying, I've been knowing about Iowa Colony. I know the migration of when they kept opening up the different schools, where them kids, like they come from structured background. I think it's Shadow Creek in Manville.
Or did you talk to Swaggy? Because his cousins.
Man, I don't talk no Swaggy, man. Swaggy get on here and be goddamn Tupac 1 minute, then next minute his ass be
man, coach. Come on, coach.
You better be careful. Y'all let Swaggy make it. Well, he made that little people video of him playing basketball now.
First of all, that's Swaggy Media, coach. You signed to Swaggy Media when he came out.
Yeah, you did.
Why you didn't say nothing?
You was a personal endorser of OTC.
Yeah, so you didn't say nothing.
Yeah, you part of the Outlaws and the little people basketball.
But then y'all think that Martin episode when he had the little people dunk contest?
Yeah, but you approved it though, Todd.
I ain't approved back then. Swaggy ran out of budget.
Hey, that was when them little people jumped Martin and Tommy and Cole.
And he had on the whole uniform.
Well,
in number 23, like Love gave him that shit.
Coach.
And then he went to the park. Was that like a Love and basketball scene or something?
Coach, I don't even know what you're talking about, Coach.
You didn't see the video of Swaggy with hooping in his car uniform.
Coach, I didn't see that, Coach.
Man, yeah, you did, Will.
Coach, I didn't see that, Coach.
B-Rod saw it.
Man, listen. How y'all night going?
Hey, B-Rod, J-Man, y'all gonna act like y'all didn't see the love of basketball scene?
Man, here's the just
no, nobody seen it, Todd.
No comment, Coach. No comment.
We ain't gonna keep it clear today, though.
I'm just saying, Coach. I don't need, I don't need my life straight in the bar. I'm trying to make it work. I'm trying to make it work.
And listen, Todd, I'm already feeling some kind of way. He got on the Carter uniform. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already feeling some kind of way about this.
Hey, then Swaggy post something. He post these ranks, and then in 5 minutes he'll delete it and be like.
Now I did see that where he said he's gonna put them paws on somebody.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah,
not just the paws. He gonna keep Laurel in business for a minute.
Yeah, he was, Coach. Yeah, he was.
I mean, that's what we got to get him. He got to get some emotional control.
So I got a question, Ty. How often every year do you say this?
Probably about 6 to 8 times a year.
A year, and that's at least 40 that we talk about.
Yeah.
That we talk about. So again.
But he needs an accountability partner. Which one of y'all is that?
Well, that's you, Todd. You the one who endorsed him, Todd. You did.
Yeah,
you endorsed him. You signed on for all this foolishness, and you said, "Otis, I came to see you." That's what you said.
You said you encouraged it. He encouraged it, Willow.
You came to see Otis.
But that's because
he said Otis.
But he said he was in a new place and all that, like he was in a new state of mind.
He tells you that every year.
And you believe it.
You was ready for it. You signed up for it. OTC.
Now that's B-Rod boy. That's B-Rod's boy, man.
Hey, look, J-Mac. He was trying to take B-Rod's with him to go start a show on OTC.
He did. B-Rod, B-Rod's slick, boy. He will slip you without saying a word. He will leave you standing there.
Say, bro.
B-Rod's out.
Hey, but that, y'all did probably talk to him though, man. I be hating when he go in there and rest, because I be like, man, they gonna see each other, and then next thing you know, they gonna have video Swaggy fighting, and that shit gonna be real.
But that's the thing. Don't nobody know who Swaggy be talking about. Like he be
I know who he was talking about.
He be killing imaginary enemies.
Nah, I know who he was talking about, man. When he gets talking like that, it's the same person every time.
Jesse.
Jesse. Every time. Hey, Jesse, why people must have been swagging them slave owners back
there. Man, you being petty now.
He got some beef with Jesse Wide, like.
Yeah,
man, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey man, y'all. Coach Todd gonna get this show flagged, man. You gonna get his flag.
It's too late.
Boy,
it already happened.
He's gonna get it taken down.
Lonzo, listen. B-Rod's done let new people in the crew in the group done already got flagged.
I
was saying that.
I didn't know what happened. I saw you post something.
Man, say Ty, I let some intruders in. Y'all, they some enemies, so I don't know what the hell going on. Like, have you seen the movie?
No.
Okay, I ain't gonna say too much then, but anyway.
I mean, I didn't know it's
okay, I ain't gonna say too much.
Then.
Yeah, man, it's a little funny stuff going on. But no, I'm blaming J-Mac. I get everything else. I'm blaming J-Mac.
Yeah,
it's a lot of foolishness, Ty. A lot of foolishness.
Hey man,
Coach Todd,
they went to digging from when we first started the damn group, like just They dig it and stuff. Like, we can't even look back that far at them posts. How the hell they looking back that far at them posts?
Hey, you know how it be? They like when your girl get your cell phone and you gone somewhere and you don't know she got your shit. But keep scrolling back. It's 2019, May
Hey, y'all. Hey, look, y'all weren't even together then.
Yeah.
It don't even matter. Yo.
No, that's for real, Todd. Todd, they brought up some shit that when we first started the group in 2023 posts that don't nobody remember.
Who was it?
The internet, man. You can't erase it.
Who was it? Was it a person?
It's a stream. So what we gotta do is we gotta just cut out all the illegal streams from games and stuff. That's basically what it is.
Yeah,
what it is.
From while we watching it, so we can record the games and post it.
Well, you can record like if it's on your personal page, but like I guess like people that's kind of like, you know, people that may be recording it on their phone from a laptop and putting it on. You know what I'm saying? Like them type of legal stream.
Oh, like putting the whole game on there.
Yeah. Not highlights or nothing, but just like streaming the games.
Oh, from their live page.
Yeah, from live or some stuff like that, man. It's
that's what we got flagged for.
Yeah, man. It's really Dave Campbell and Texas Live. I'm not Texas Live, but NFHS, UIL type stuff.
And they raggedy.
So they raggedy. They flagged us?
I'm pretty sure.
They ain't flagged us. Hell, they about to ready to delete us. Hell, we got to go back and delete all that stuff and all that type stuff, man.
What I missed? Did I miss that? I must have missed that.
It just petty.
Yeah, you was coaching 7-on-7.
Yeah, you beat somebody 41-0. You wasn't paying attention.
In the NFHS, and I said because they streamed the track meet. They sorry, man. I don't like them using the football. I try to go around them. Somebody got a bootleg stream out, man. It's not worth the subscription at all. And Dave Campbell, y'all know better than that because y'all get a lot of y'all content from this group. Y'all know that. Y'all got your number one football guru that's in this group. So I don't know why y'all keep hating, but it is what it is. Like I tell y'all, them vampires, man, is still out there. But Coach Todd, because I know J Mac, he gonna shut it down. When he shut it down, when you that watch this, and we're gonna be gone. But I'm telling you who to watch, because I'm telling you. And there were three teams. There were teams that made it in all three relays. I'm gonna tell you, Timberview, Mansfield Timberview, and when y'all had the coach on here, I told y'all watch out for Timberview. That's one. Y'all better watch out for McKinney North. Y'all gotta get Coach Crosby on here for McKinney North because they just keep reloading every year. They do not try to. Every year, McKinney North. You see them at Texas Relays. You see them at the state meet. All three relays made it. So Timberview and McKinney North, all three relays made it. So they gonna give you HE double hockey sticks because you got them 4x4 runners. That's going when the fourth quarter comes and your team is tired, they still gonna be running circles. Then you got them 4x1 guys that just got speed that you're not gonna be able to catch. And you got them 4x2 guys that are hybrid. They got the speed and they got the indoors. So watch out for these teams coming up. I said it before and I say it again. Those that keep showing up at these watch who's winning district and track, watch who's winning the area, regional, and who goes to state. And it never fails. These are the teams that you're gonna see in deep playoff runs the next year.
Hey, watch this, Alonzo. Watch this, Alonzo. Life Waxahachie ran a 41. Almost a sub 41.
They were 0-10.
They 0-10, Alonzo.
Yeah, but the Life is always focused on track. They don't focus on football. If they put the time into their football program that they do in their track program, they turn it around.
It's the same kids, ain't it?
Maybe. We don't know.
They may not be.
They just all track kids.
But you guys, I will tell you this: it's some coaches in here that have coached Waxahachie. Like I may have to send you. I may make sure y'all connect offline, and maybe because they can answer.
I know who it is.
They know they can answer that question better than I can. But I know for a fact the team, Coach Todd, they gonna keep you up at night. I told you, Timberview and McKinney North.
Man, ain't nobody keeping Todd up, man. If you ain't got 20 gorillas in the trenches, you ain't keeping Todd up. I'm gonna tell you what.
I'm saying, like, if we play Timberview, that's in the 5th round. Hell, I'm supposed to be up. If we play I'm in the 6th round. I'm supposed to be up.
I'm just saying, Coach. I'm just saying. Oh, and shout out to AA Ron and Alito. They 4x4 got 4th. So when they talk about because AA Ron was saying about, oh, we don't care nothing about no track. How y'all show up to state and get 4th, huh? How do y'all place? I'm telling y'all, the track program will go hand in hand. Even those days when DeSoto was winning them championships, go back and look at their 4x4. They were running the 4. They were at Texas Relays. They were winning state, and then they come out there and they transition out there on the football field. It never fails. You look at Duncanville when they started doing what they were doing. Look at the track program, how it excel. Look at the football program, how it excel. It goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. And if you think they don't, shout out to Caitlin Cavett. Caitlin Cavett, she won the long jump. I want to give her a shout out. Like I said, these are young ladies and young men that I literally watched grow up over the years. Literally, they started out on those 7 o'clock Saturday mornings, Coach, going out there and wasn't always winning. So shout out to Caitlin Cavett out there for what she did out there at the track. But shout out to, again, to Coach Crosby. Y'all need to get Coach Melvin Crosby on here so he can talk football and he can talk track at McKinney North. I sure will. I'm telling you, get them on here. These other coaches. Hey, Coach Todd, you know I still love you, man. Like I told you, like my play cousin, I'm start claiming you and stuff. But man, I appreciate you coming on. But I know you were dodging me yesterday. I know you went out there to meet, but I wish you would have jumped on.
I thought you were refereeing. And you know what's crazy? Just a couple weeks ago, you talked about all this professionalism from coaches, and then your ass supposed to be officiating you on live.
Because it was a break. It was like it was a break. Coach,
man, we talking about kicking people out the meeting, disqualifying all that shit. Trying to put your ass on your phone though.
Cause he said they be on the phone talking to their side chicks.
Side chicks.
They do, and they do.
And they do. Lonzo just went live, so he was on more than his side chick.
Yeah, I went live. I went live because everything ran so smoothly. Because guess what? There were no coaches on the field with their phone talking to their side chicks at the state meet. We were ahead of schedule. So I went live because we had a 15-minute break between the two events several times because we were ahead of schedule. Everything flows so smoothly. Do you hear about incidents? Did you hear about an incident that happened? Did you hear about an incident when I officiated up there in Texoma for the area meet up there in Anna? Did you hear about an incident?
I did hear about that incident.
What incident in Anna?
You know what I'm talking about.
There was no incident in Anna. There was no incident in Anna.
Can we give
zero?
Let's give a quick shout out, man. Quick shout out to my man, Lert. His son did commit to SMU. The Duncanville,
yes, sir.
Duncanville DB. Shout out to Big Braylon.
Hey, love to see it. I don't think he ran track this year, so.
Well, hey, but his dad is over Nitro, you know.
He ain't on track. Come on, Lonzo, get his daddy. Get on his daddy.
Hey, man, he's that, but.
You got to give a
shout out. Go ahead, Coach Willow.
I was going to say you got to give a shout out to your boy Osborne.
And Jalen. He gave the stiff form to Michigan.
That's his fault, Coach. That's his fault. Everybody ain't
Michigan don't pay like them Catholics. Catholics be paying, man.
Listen, congratulations, man. Congratulations. That's dope.
Yeah, I like J.O., man. I think J.O. gonna do good there.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
I was hoping to pick Michigan though, because I just feel like if I'm a running back, Michigan is like classic. That's where you want to go.
And now Brooklyn coming here. How you know he gonna run if you in place? Like if his dad ain't make him run, well, he gonna run? Like goddamn Almighty God to make people run.
He runs.
He runs if I was in place.
That's what he said.
Said last year, the break should have been on goddamn scratch leg. We gonna keep it real, and the shit was fucked up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So
I keep receipts too. Now you come but you coached him in Nitro. At the school. Goddamn, see, so that's why I don't fuck with this track group shit. I don't go on the track groups.
Coach, come on, Coach. You know what? It's this love-hate relationship that you have with track. You need the track coach. You need these track clubs because we do the work. We do the work that you don't want to do, and you know that.
Man, everybody got
a speed.
What you
coach, speed.
You mad at the trash man for being the trash man, but then you want to be for the. Hey, brother, man, stop posting them time, man. We congratulated your ass last year. I can't speak on my goddamn 2 trophies. You know what? Matter of fact, shit.
Here we go.
Put that motherfucker up right there.
Let me go and put it up. Let me zoom
That's
in.
real official. The first one, the only second one in Dallas history. Take a picture of that shit. It ain't the military. That's the big one.
That ain't individual.
Yeah. But it wasn't even about that. We wasn't even talking about that part of
it. God damn, boy. I thought I was the only one that could piss off Coach. How y'all doing it? Track do it to everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like if he gonna run track, he gonna run track, man. You know shit.
Hey,
listen, not to run track, so shit. They run track.
I am waiting for the day when Sock drop a 39 in the 4x1 and win state and track. Y'all won't hear the end of it. You will not hear the end of it.
You know what? We gonna make it happen now. Shit, I know what to do.
Yeah. Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud.
And I'm gonna have, and I'll be like all the football coaches. Man, Brookins, I'm not saying he wasn't on the right leg. What I'm saying is that people, when y'all was doing y'all thing last year, people were saying that Bray was on the wrong leg. I use that to say no matter if you're successful or you achieve a goal or not, people gonna still have their own opinion on what shit should be. I'm never saying it was right or wrong. I don't get in track discussions to discredit nobody. But I keep receipts with everybody else speaking shit, and then the next year they switch it up.
Oh my God.
Hey. It's only 2 coaches in DFW that can coach 39. Bullshit. I can coach it too.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
see, Coach, I gotta stop you there, man. Because it's the same. You see what I'm talking about? He's now that first of all, I'm saying that you done ran B-Rise off because you try to use him as your scapegoat, and he's like, I'm out. He didn't even say goodbye. He dipped. So B-Rise, I know you're probably still listening when you wake up in the morning. Go back and rip this part what I'm getting ready to say. Coach, this is what I'm saying. You keep saying, Coach, you started out with coaching matters, and you keep giving these backhand. You keep giving these backhand compliments. No, wait. Because you just sat there and said, you just sitting there and saying that you can do what Coach Brookins has done, but then by the same token, let me go Sock next year. When we win a championship, I'm gonna take Sock all the way. Matter of fact, we're gonna play for a national title next year. See how insulting that is? That's insulting for you to sit there and say, I am going to coach a 39. I'm going to coach a 39. That is.
I keep talking about.
I didn't say it was about me. I said it was about me. I'm saying that's insulting.
That's like 39. Like, okay. But goddamn, change your name to 39 then. We're going to stop calling you Brookins and you're going to be 39. Like we applauded you for that, bro. Like, what nobody dissing that shit.
But coach, you can't do that. Coach still will, coach. You know what, coach? Hey, coach.
Like I got goddamn so many goddamn state track titles, that shit fill up 2 times. So what the fuck we talking about?
See, but I'm saying it, coach still will hire me on as an intern.
I want to listen to you talk. Because then what I'm saying, Will, then we keep talking about the 39, like goddamn start saying second place with that shit too. Because you didn't win that.
See, okay.
Like, if I say we went to state, I'm not gonna say we lost though. That what J-Mac gonna say.
I damn sure do.
J-Mac wanted 5 Brookins after that 39.
39 don't make you the greatest motherfucker in the world. If that's the case, go coach goddamn the Olympic team. Go run 30.
You know what? Your name is no longer 2-time, coach. Your name is Backhand. You keep giving these backhands, man. You like somebody. You acting just like my granny in church when we talk too much.
I mean, I'm saying I was always raised that. I'm trying to get this saying right.
Come on, coach.
You can't give your own self a blowjob though. That ain't cool.
Come on, coach.
I don't know what just happened.
Look up and like this ain't got shit to do with running 39. There was never no discussion.
I don't.
Then he went to soccer and never in 39. Like,
you see what Coach Todd just did? It went from if you fall asleep, right, and you watch it BET. Then all of a sudden you wake up in the middle of the night and BET uncut. You're in the BET uncut. That's what you did. You took up a regular BET. You took up
everything he said is always some out shit. It's out.
You took
it's so goddamn good. Go
now you see Willow. Now you see Willow.
J-Man.
Don't make another hole then.
Hey,
I'm sorry, J-Man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
I said Rico's tied up.
You did ask for it though. That's why I ain't saying nothing. You don't tie this candy man.
Congratulations. But goddamn it, go make another hole then. Like go do it.
But coach, you can't do that, man. You don't took up for Michael Jackson. You don't took up for Michael Jackson beat it.
If I get over here and start talking about when I won my first 2 titles, what's the first thing you gonna say?
You lost your last 2.
Shit, never heard that shit. That shit.
That is true. Hey, Coach Todd, this ain't my doing. Now, Alonzo personally invited you. Hey, Alonzo did like the movie Sinners. He invited you in.
I had 2 motherfuckers go 39 too, so what's the big deal? I mean, it's an accomplishment. But we ain't back.
Well, I apologize. I apologize that I invited cornbread.
It's too late now.
Cornbread in the door.
Since y'all like Sinners, I'm a goddamn vampire.
You cornbread. That's who you are, Coach. You a cornbread.
I'm cornbread.
I'm telling you, man. Go watch Sinners. You understand?
I haven't watched the movie. I ain't watched it
either, Will. I don't know what you're talking about. Go around.
Hey, what I'm saying is when you see cornbread.
Alonzo, hold on, Alonzo. Hold on. I got dropped off somewhere about a minute ago, 2 minutes ago. I'm still there. I haven't transcended to the rest of this conversation yet.
Yeah, because you woke up.
Well, no, because I'm sitting here literally thinking about when Ty said he pulled up to the car at the light with the man with the ice cream. Then he said he's trying to do something to himself. I'm trying to figure out where in this conversation, like, can you give me a better analogy, Coach? Like you that cold? You saying Brooke is that cold? You like what are we saying? Like I'm lost right now.
it wasn't a conversation about Brookins, but he made it directly about him. Like nobody was debating 39. Like we know you coached 2 39 teams back to back. Like
we know that. Yeah, that's dope.
But I'm saying, what's the purpose of bringing that up right now? Like, based on what we were discussing.
He said he can though. So that
goddamn, Jason can.
Oh man.
I don't know if I want to be on this anymore, dog.
Now you see, Willow. Now you see why I be. But you know what? I said today I got time tonight. I said I got time today. I got time. So
what I'm saying is, are you discrediting the coaching when Greg Williams was at Lancaster? Are you discrediting the coaching that DeSoto done had just because they didn't go 39 before? Like, that's what I don't get.
He just said they ain't went 39.
I'm saying,
that's all he said.
Like a Tascasita coach coming down here saying, give me Duncanville team, they'll be faster than it was with him.
Well, he said that. He said that.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand how they got into it.
But they ain't 39, coach. It's too fast to understand.
I said I can coach 39 when you said you the only person that can do it. So if I put my mind to it and my God that I believe in, if I want to coach at 39, damn it, I can coach at 39.
I believe that, coach. I believe that.
And nothing says otherwise. Nothing says
Coach Still, Will, why are you juicing Coach Still? Why are you juicing his head up, man?
Well,
I don't know why you doing it.
This is why.
Goddamn, not Duncanville this year had 38 talent. Well, hell, your ass should have stayed and coaching that in Brookins. I mean, coach 39. Then you be coach 38.
So, see what I mean?
But Alonzo, winners win. I mean, the only thing you can do is shut them up.
Yeah, because we ain't got no status quo over here where I work at. So shit, we can speak our mind.
You got to shut him up. See,
write me up.
I don't have that problem with him because he came out there same energy for soccer, and my kids are happy.
And you shut him down.
Coach Todd can do everything but JV soccer.
JV2 soccer.
Man, Will kids came over there and begged me, Alonzo, to let him mean so much to them. I obliged to the damn kids.
Hey.
And now he's lost his damn mind, thinking he really can just stand on the sideline and holler, shoot it. He's talking no soccer terminology. And matter of fact, he ain't the real coach. The real coach is standing next to him the whole damn game. We just got to maintain discipline and shit.
He was asking for advice, Todd. I had to give him some advice. Listen. But you'll be surprised how many ACs and head football coaches out there coaching girls flag football.
Mm-hmm. A whole lot of them that I saw.
He said Duncanville had 38 talent. Well, that's a different hole we got to go down, Brookins. I don't even want to go down that hole. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Find that out until we got them find a time traveling machine and go back in time.
I don't know about 38 talent because they didn't even play.
Yeah. They didn't even play. Like they was. I mean, they had great individual talent. Like the individual talent was great.
You can't say that. They only had one 100-meter runner that you talked about.
That's true. Okay. So they had great. Well, they had 2 Georgia commits. So you got to get the other guy. If you go to Georgia,
that's fine. But he wasn't running.
Yeah, but he good.
Yeah, but he wasn't running.
Individually. I'm talking about individually. He's good.
Oh, yeah. 10-2, right? You're 10-2 guy.
Yeah. Individually, that's what I'm saying. Individually, they good. As a team, they were sorry.
Hey, man. Hey, so what we need to do is make a goddamn ESPN documentary on the 38 that never was.
I think you need to coach summer track, coach.
Damn.
Nah, shit. All I got to do is just go to my little shoebox and pull out enough money. Lonzo was telling shit just buy.
I ain't never seen Lonzo. I ain't never seen Lonzo this quiet.
Because I'm sitting up here, because I'm like Coach Steele. I don't know how we went from Michael Jackson Beat It to Nelly video. I don't know. Coach Ty, I'm flabbergasted.
You woke up to tip drill?
Yeah, that's
And
what I did.
Lonzo used to order it. You know,
Come on, man.
Oh, that video box.
You see, like I said, I invited Coach Ty because I wanted him to come on because I've been waiting because he's been telling me all season that you just wait till we get to state, wait till they get to state, and I'm saying that coaching matters. It gets back to that. I'm saying he's backhand, Mr. Backhand, not 2-time, Mr. Backhand. How you sit up there and say next year you gonna have a 39 squad? When you had.
I didn't say next year.
Well, okay, so give you 3 years then.
Well, he didn't put no time on it. He just said he can coach at 39. That's all he said.
If man can go to the moon, damn it, I can do some shit on Earth.
That's all.
Did they go to the moon? Did they go to the moon? I don't know.
I don't know, but
I know you can't coach no 39.
Well,
I know. I put everything that I have. You can't coach no 39.
Watch this. Okay, Alonzo, watch this. So let's just say hypothetically. Todd inherits the top 4 sprinters in the state this year.
Okay.
He couldn't teach. He couldn't coach him to a 39.
Nope.
Why I couldn't? Why I couldn't?
I know you. The reason why, because 1, we mentioned earlier about chemistry, and 2, again, you got to understand the anatomy, the makeup. You got to understand who to put what on what leg. It's not just getting your
coach. They understand all that shit, and I still say
no. We're talking about you do it. We're talking about you do it, not you trying to see.
Now you discredit the whole staff.
I didn't discredit the whole staff. I didn't discredit the whole staff.
You need to get you a Club 39 shirt.
Coach, all I'm saying is you didn't say your staff. You didn't say your staff. You said you. You said you were gonna coach a 39. So now,
like what the discussion was.
And that's what the discussion is. If you, because what is the job of a head coach? The head coach's job is to put the staffing together to produce winners.
Everybody.
So, but you said you were going to coach a 39, and I don't care.
I'm gonna be the head coach, but I'm gonna have I'm gonna have a leg specialist. I'm gonna have all these different shit you talk about: pre-race specialist, recovery specialist, nutritionist. I'm gonna have all that shit too. Now what?
Coach, I'm gonna tell you. The reason why I say it's not easy to do, you're not gonna be able to do it. Then you need to explain the men's 4x1, the Olympic team 4x1. Individually, they've had the fastest sprinters in the world, and they can't put it together.
They don't like each other. They don't like each other. That's why they can't put it together. Because if you're racing and your heart and you ain't connected with the person, the stick ain't gonna go right. That's scientifically proof.
No. I'm gonna tell you this right now. The women's team had an issue with each other. They worked it out. The women's team the one that went to quarter don't like the one.
I'm talking about the men.
I'm just talking about. No, I'm talking. You just said because they don't like each other.
The
issues on the women's side. The women don't like each other, but they can put it together. Coach, it is more to than just getting the flag.
And the men in track is like the women.
I'm sitting here telling you, Coach, you've had some players that didn't like each other, and you've had come to Jesus meetings with them and said, hey, it's not about you, it's about the team. I don't care. I'm not asking y'all to go out and get ice cream together. I'm saying, while y'all out here between these lines on this gridiron, we are family.
I know, but
you tell me you didn't have a discussion.
But what I'm saying is maybe the women got over it with that conversation, and maybe the men acted like.
Oh no, they didn't get over it.
They didn't get over it.
The women didn't get over it. Trust me, the women didn't get over it, and they figured it out. They figured it out. And let's go back to the day with the women that it was. I'll go take you back to '84. There were a whole lot of women on that team that did not like FloJo, but they worked it out.
Yeah, because
they worked it out. Exactly. So you sit up here saying, now you may be able to coach a team that's good. You may be the coach of the team that makes it to state. But you and everybody, because if that's the case, why aren't there more 39s? Why aren't there more 39s?
Because they may not, I mean, maybe that ain't everybody focused. Because we
Come
talking
on,
about
coach.
39 here, we talking about one race. Have he coached a 308 or something? Because this motherfucker that he named, that ran lower mile relay times than probably him. So I'm saying, do they get to bring that up when you go this way with this? Because I'm telling you, we talking about a whole bunch of races.
Well, he got
Nobody
that
ever said
129 too,
he
right?
couldn't coach track. That wasn't ever the discussion. But don't act like you the track god.
Well, I mean, that's to me though, coach. That's kind of a coaching thing. Like coaches have that pride,
that ego. It's ego.
They have the ego. They have the ego. They take pride in their accomplishments, right?
Yeah.
So that's just kind of what he doing. Which, hey, I'm not.
I said 308, Brookers. I ain't say 311. Don't throw me up no 308 at a time to what I said.
Hey man,
I'm thinking, like, if you want to look at to me, like I mean, like what the fuck was Ernie James doing with Roy Martin? Like to me, they had to be some hell of a coaching for a motherfucker runner. That time in the 100, that time in the 200, and put that shit on the track in the 4. I mean, in the mile relay.
Yeah, because they lost to Hawthorne and Texas Relays and ran a 3.
Specialists that motherfucker. Like, show me some motherfuckers you done come to did that shit.
Hey, listen. I've seen a I don't know if you remember, Ty, but I remember when that 311 5 that Duncanville ran would have got them 4th place in regionals. That would have got them 4th place in regionals that year. That
with Bobby Taylor never there.
Yeah, it was Longview, Sock, Carter, and I want to say it was maybe Colleen Ellison or Colleen, some one of them schools. With Danny McCray now.
I think with them.
But listen, man, at the end of the day, though, that 39 is impressive, and that's definitely something to be proud of.
So, Brookers, as you said you're a track guy, is that what you're saying, bro? Is you the track guy?
There it is.
Because if you the track guy, I got a school for you to come to make the track disciples.
Look at him recruiting. Look at that recruiting. Y'all see that? It's live on the air. I'm going to rip this segment.
I'm talking about Sunset. Because Sunset.
Hey, man. So, now you're gonna do them out the Sunset. All I'm saying is he was in Fort Worth. He was in Fort Worth ISD, and he won. He came over to Duncanville, and he won. So you can't sit there and say just because of the pool of talent, it's coaching that's involved.
Damn, now like we don't listen because we over here. Nobody.
I did listen.
It's just about the pool of talent. It still takes coaching, but the pool of talent does help a good coach.
Yeah, it does.
Act like the talent, like the coach helps the talent. The talent goes both ways.
Coach.
See, that's backhand. Here we go with that. Coach, like I said.
So if he's a track guy,
coach.
He's a track
guy. Coach.
He's a track guy. He's a track guy. He's a track guy. He's a track guy.
I see what you're doing.
You speak with forked tongue. I'm just sitting there saying, I got a coach. Can I ask you?
He's saying Trimble Tech, like, okay, the school overall may be that, but in track, like, you don't have to have a team to be successful in individual races. You can get a couple of good kids. So it's not like you taking some little handicapped kid and making them faster. That's just no different than when Lauren Blackburn went to Sunset. And she won, and she was winning state. So, but I'm saying the kid was exceptionally talented at Sunset. So don't act like you just got some marginalized bullshit talent in four-room Timber Tech, and then all of a sudden you touched them and they just became track disciples. Now they had something on the table too.
Yeah, they definitely brought something to the table. And he brought something to the table. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I think that goes back to what we've been saying all day. Like let's be honest. I would love. Let me say this. When I had the opportunity to work with Ty and them this year, it felt good working with talented kids. it is a blessing to work with talented kids because sometimes you can't. So where I was at, I couldn't get out of phase one. I had to stay in phase one for so long that it became so hard and so uncomfortable to coach because you couldn't move on. But when you're able to go through progressions and watch kids and watch them grow, like having talent, man, it's coaching talent is amazing. Now, I do love coaching the kids that are like, ooh, Lord, and then next day you look up, they make all district.
I ain't gonna lie, Willow boy, that sounded kind of bad. Sound like you don't want to you only want to coach good kid. You don't want them sorry ass kid.
Coach.
That's what you said.
No, coach. I said I love coaching talented kids. However, I've coached both, and both have excelled.
Okay, I'm just giving you a chance to straighten it up. Just straighten it up a little bit.
I mean,
I'll be the same.
Huh?
I mean, I say yeah, because like if you get a kid that's already, like her because of talent, and then some kids her, everybody got different goals to try to meet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's no different than taking a test. Somebody approaches, somebody meets, somebody master that shit.
Yep. And listen, every coach, like Alonzo, if you had a chance to coach a kid that came to you who's never ran track before, his first track meet in 100, he runs a 10-4. You gonna enjoy coaching that kid, right?
Right.
Okay. Take that same kid that comes to you and runs an 11.
What if he sell dope and ain't dedicated?
There you go.
So I'm saying,
but he won't be on my team. He won't be on my team.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that. So that's a part of coaching. That like most talented people come with something else other than their talent. They come with baggage. They come with their own personal kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? And being able to coach and navigate through their kryptonite to turn it into their strength, like that's a part of coaching. So to say like when people say, "Oh, he won't be a part of my team," like it's a lot of things that's gonna get you cut from my team, but I'm never gonna cut you. It's gonna be the culture is gonna cut you. You know what I'm saying? And some of that stuff. Yeah.
And let me give you an example. The first club I was affiliated with, shout out to Coach Jesse Ramon. The first club I was affiliated with when I got out of the Army in 94, and it was the Garland Track Club. Garland Track Club, they were out there. They were just they wasn't taking track seriously. He brought me on, and shout out to Coach Darrell as well, because they brought me on and said, you got the juniors and the seniors division. They hadn't done anything. I had a young man, I won't mention his name, he was out there gang banging, and I told him, I said, this is a gang-free zone, because all these little buddies and stuff would ride by I said, no. And I got involved with the Garland Police Department, and I said, I don't care what they do outside of this oval, outside of this stadium, Williams Stadium, but they're not going to do it here. And when that young man got serious, I gave him a choice. I said, you either going to be out here and do what you need to do, or you're going to be out there, you're going to be a knucklehead, and there'll be some slow singing and flower bringing, or I'll be picking up a phone and talking you through a glass. It's your choice. That young man turned it around. Matter of fact, the majority of them out there turned it around, and I coached 30 young men. Out of those 30, we were running TAF then, TAAF then. Out of those 30 athletes, 27 of them made it to the state meet. Why? Because I had my expectations were high, and you get out there and you tell them, look, what I mean by cutting them, I give them a choice, because life is about choices. Just like on the Matrix. Hey, you got the blue pill, you got the green pill. Which one you want? You got, you want the red one or you want the blue? You want to see how deep this rabbit hole goes? You want to know the truth? You got to give them a choice. But you can't have these players out here that's going to be gang banging, and they gang banging because it's going to lead to incidents onto the gridiron. It's going to lead to incidents out there in the oval and in the pit when they running track on the basketball court. And that's why you see these stuff.
Change them.
Because it's
gravitate away from that.
Exactly. You give them something. You got to give them something. So by the same token, I'm gonna ask this question: to all of y'all on the panel, but especially you, Coach Stillwell and Coach Todd. I'm gonna ask you something. Since y'all talked about Coach Brookins and his 39. Is Marv Levy in the Hall of Fame? That coach the Buffalo Bills? Is he in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. Is he?
Coach J Mac, the statistician. Can you look that up right quick? Let's see if Marv.
Yes,
let me pull out my.
Well, this is the thing. I've always said, like, even before Sam won, I was saying Sam was a great coach just because he lost 2 in a row or 3 in a row. Because I was saying he got there, right? Like he at least getting there, and he's won on a consistent level for a long time. That's the same thing I say with Coach Dodge. Like he's got there twice, and he just faced better teams. One of them he shouldn't even got there. Same with Coach Sample. He had some teams that he probably shouldn't even got there with. So I mean, you got to look at it like that. So Marv Levy, he just ran into better teams, but that don't mean he wasn't a good coach, because I don't think he had a whole lot of individual talent.
I don't think he ran into better teams.
Hold on, but I'm gonna tell you who I know is in the Hall of Fame. Bill Polian,
the GM.
He
there. Well, too? Marv Levy is in the Hall of Fame. He got in there in 2001.
Yeah, he's there. I know.
So the Marv. That's the question I keep asking. Well, what's his name with the Purple People Eaters up in Minnesota back in the day?
Green. Oh, not Denny Green.
No. Before that, when they kept losing, they were getting there and they wasn't winning. They weren't able to win it all. That coach is in the Hall of Fame. I keep saying that because everybody, y'all talking about championships, and I get it. But sometimes you just run up against that Atascocita. Matter of fact, just the fourth leg alone. The fourth leg alone could have run the 200 probably by himself on the 4x1. When you come across just you have elite talent, and then you just have talent that's in the stratosphere. And that was Atascocita's fourth leg last year. Because a lot of this stuff you see, Duncanville was pretty much out in front, or it was even through the first 3 legs.
Right.
And that young man just pulled away at the end. He just had that kind of speed. And you got to think he was doing that against Durham, who is an exceptional. I love CD. But like I said, sometimes you just run across athletes that are just like that. You know what I'm saying? So to sit there and again, Marv Levy went to the Super Bowl 4 times, lost 4 times. Okay, to 3 different teams. So and I'm saying the same thing, but that didn't take away from being able to get there. And that's why I keep saying, when you able to get there, and for Coach Todd to say, I won't be able to coach a 39 squad. That's like me saying, I can take the current Dallas Cowboys and next year go ahead and hire me, Jerry Jones, and I'm gonna take them to the Super Bowl. That's what we're saying. That is the same. What's the difference? What's the difference?
That's not the same. And first of all, like, I hate when y'all see this one of them other y'all be talking about. I changed the narratives. The narrative was never about the second place shit. That was thrown into once we started talking about 39s. Then it became, why are we talking about, and then why are we just saying the 2 Dallas, you the only team in the DF Dub? If you a god, then if we want to speak, let's say the state of Texas. And I guess it's probably 4 or 5 coaches just made Coach 39 in the state of Texas, period. But like, it ain't the same way when we go and lose in a state championship game. Ain't no goddamn grace and mercy show for us for making it.
That's not true, Coach, because I did. When you came on, I did.
Because that's what I'm saying. Because if you really look at it this way, in the sport of track, it was a record, correct?
Correct.
So you can't claim to break a record that the person in front of you already broke, because when you crossed the line, the new record was the motherfucker in front of you.
However, no, it is. Because I'll say this: at the track meets, both teams were acknowledged.
Yeah.
Just like in 5A, you had 2 teams to break 40. The Iowa Colony and Timberview yesterday did the same thing, and both teams were acknowledged.
Because it's the record that's being broke. It's the record that's being
exactly.
Broke. Okay.
What I'm saying is this.
Yeah.
It's only one person that actually breaks the record. Because
that's not true.
The new record is already set. That's scientific fact.
Yeah, that is facts. That is facts. Like
what I'm saying is, it's just like
two people can break the old record.
Nobody had one back-to-back.
The old record, right?
Like if we want to say the same shit, no black coach had ever won back-to-back state championships in football. Then we won in soccer. Then it was followed by DeSoto and motherfucking Duncanville. But it was only one person was the first. The other people came after that. Now it's about the race who can get to 3. Because no black coaches ever won 3 titles. So I'm saying like, but you can't get it second and then act like it was first. You broke the record. Now motherfucker in front of you broke the record. But you had a tremendous race. And you got how fast it takes to run that fast.
Todd, I think what it is the person in front of you set the new record, but you can break the old record.
But I'm saying once you cross the line, is that record even exist anymore?
Well, you beat the time. You beat the time.
I don't know. That's why.
Yeah. So that's my thing on it too. Is once you cross if you got second and you broke the national record. Your time might have been better than the old national record, but you didn't break the national record because the person in front of you set the new national record.
Yeah, but no. The record, if this is the thing, Willow, if this time is the record, right? And that's been the standard. Yeah, if that's been the standard. Now you can't tell me all this happening in less than a second. That when one person crosses, the other person crosses, and both people can't celebrate.
It does.
That's wrong. Both people can celebrate beating that.
You can celebrate your PR. You can celebrate your PR. You can celebrate you running as fast as you've ever run as a group. But
no, you can celebrate beating that time.
Absolutely, but you're no longer.
But that's all Brooklyn's doing. He's celebrating beating that
time, right? But he's not in. He's not. Yes, you're right. Like he's celebrating the 39. That joint. Yeah.
Let me start saying that shit. Watch what J-Mac start saying.
No, you are. You on 4-time time.
You gonna say you lost the last 2? Stop that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it don't mean that because samples is 6 times.
See that's.
But you gotta be 6 times. You just talked about Mark leaving.
Well, and he 4 times.
But he never won one time.
He never won one, yeah. But now, all I'm saying is when it comes to the time, right? That's all I'm saying is y'all saying that it don't mean that. I'm saying if you beat that time in the same race the person beat the record, then you can celebrate beating that time. Now, you can't celebrate having a record. I get that. I get what you're saying. But Brookers also has the national 4x2 record.
And that's it. He do it. That's his. That's his. Yeah.
Like nobody disputing that. Nobody said Brookins is a regular track coach. Nobody said Brookins, you can put him out of Cracker Jack box and anybody can do that. Nobody ever said that.
Brooker said, y'all can disrespect on my name.
However, Coach, you're saying that you can do what he's done and do it better. You just said you can coach a 39 team.
No, I didn't.
You said you can coach a 39 team?
I say if I focused on track and made that my lifelong goal to try to get a team to run 39, who the hell are you to tell me what I can't do? Or what I can't try to accomplish? Because you the same motherfucker would have told me that I couldn't win where I'm at in soccer.
I know you can win in soccer because the talent is there. But
if I can pull out something that requires a team and a whole organization, you don't think I can get a couple of goddamn good solid track coaches around me and go get a group of about 6 to 10 kids and have a chance?
And the reason why I say no, because you just said it yourself, that Coach Brookins is only one of 2 coaches that have beat them in Fort Worth and what they did. How long that record lasted. So you only got one. He's one of 2 to actually do it, and they did it in the same year. Because if that's the case,
but he didn't break the record. He didn't break the record.
You don't
But I'm saying one of. Okay, let me do this. Let me do this.
Dude, that you said that's such a great track coach in McKinney North, and I go bring him some talent that's better than the talent he used. That's some 39 talent, and I hire him on my staff till we get 39.
If you hire Coach Crosby, yeah, you can.
Here's what he's
because Coach
Crosby. But Alonzo, here's the setup. There's reason why he's saying that. What he's saying is because he's operating from a CEO standpoint. He's talking from an organizational standpoint. Who can I hire, like football? Who can I hire to teach this? Who can I hire to teach that? Who's the best at this? Who's the best at that? Let me get them together. Oh, by the way, let me go get some speed so they can coach and be successful with it. That's all he's saying. That's all he's saying. And
I'm saying it's more to it than that, because if that's the case, I'll break it down like this. How many teams? How many 4x1 teams in 6A broke 40, went under 40 this year at stake meet?
6A.
So I go ahead. So y'all. So I'm gonna ask you. Zero teams this year broke 40.
But
zero.
Alonzo. That may be factual. How many teams won?
That is.
State? How many football teams won state in 6A?
There were 2.
Okay. So what Todd is saying is, and I'm a firm believer of this: winners win. It don't matter if we just whatever. Ted Lasso, coach. I martyred myself after Ted Lasso. Give me whatever sport you say to call you over this. Go see what you can do. We gonna play for championships, regardless of the sport. So what I'm saying is, sometimes there are people who are winners. Winners win, and it don't matter what sport you put them in, they're gonna win. And some people just don't know how to. It doesn't take nothing away from Brookins. It don't take nothing away from these other track coaches. Sometimes there are just people that you put in situations where they just win, and they know how to win. Winning translates in every aspect of life and every aspect of sport. It's how you go about doing your business.
And it's also structured with it too. Like from this standpoint, though. In order to do something exceptional, at some point in time in doing that, you're gonna have to have great coaching. That's true. But you also gonna have to have some great goddamn ingredients. And what I'm talking about, some talent. Because you're not gonna do nothing exceptional in track without some form of exceptional athletes in track with great coaching. Do you not agree? So some people may
agree.
39 because some people may be like, I haven't really had the ingredients to run 39, or maybe that wasn't our focus was to run 39. Maybe our focus was to be here because we had to take this person and put him here to do what's best for the team too. He may be in a situation where that was best for the team. But it seemed crazy. All of a sudden, what was supposed to be so exceptional going into because of last year has been done twice by 5A teams this year, by 2 teams of 5A at the state meet. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's becoming a trend. You got freshmen that's running 10-1. Name me the last motherfucking freshman where you had 2 freshmen in the state meet that ran 10-1 and didn't even win.
But they were developing. And I get what you're saying, Coach. I get what you're saying. If that were the case, based upon last year, 6A You should have had 3 or 4 teams break 40. You didn't have that. You had 0. Now, what you had, what was so exceptional is every team in 6A ran under 41. Every single, and that's something I don't know. Like I say, I don't know if it's ever been done before like that. But all 9 teams ran under 41.
Yeah.
In 6A. But if that was the case, I keep saying, why is it that no one broke 39 in 6A? Where you got all this elite talent.
But maybe
you got
the elite talent on one particular team really to go 39 this year. Because I'm saying it takes some talent, some coaching, and it takes some good execution on your race. So I'm saying maybe none of the teams in 6A this year, maybe they weren't the fastest teams in the state this year. Like that could be quite possible. 6A don't mean you the fastest.
I didn't say that, but you got a bigger talent pool.
We had 2 5A teams that did go 39, right?
Right.
So they get the crown this year of being the fastest 4x1 teams this year.
And when the new Mansfield Timberview head coach was on here, I already made my prediction. I stuck myself out there just like I did with Austin Westlake, and you and more than half the people in the group laughed at me when they kept saying, see you, they said, see you in Jerry World, see you at AT&T.
We can't play them.
People were laughing when I said,
like we have to play them.
Hold on, J-Man. Then people say I was crazy. We had a guru from Inside High School Sports, and we had a guru from Dave Campbell talking about I didn't know what I was talking about. Did they not say that? I didn't know what I was talking about. No, J-Man, I'm asking J-Man. J-Man, did they not say that?
Westlake. Nobody else did. You called that one.
He called what?
So I'm telling you, I'm telling you in advance. Coach, did you believe in Austin Westlake this year? Be honest with you. Be honest. But did you believe in Austin Westlake this year?
You know football?
In football.
Yeah, I think they got one of the best programs running.
Oh, come on, Coach. Nobody picked them to go. Picked them to go.
I mean, like this one I don't understand. Austin Westlake pretty much is always in contention with playing North Shore to go to state. So, like, picking them is like saying Duncanville didn't go this year. I mean, it's the same teams pretty much didn't go. Who was surprised that Austin Westlake went to state this year?
You want me to do like the people that B-Rise let in? You want me to go way back and take those screenshots of all the people laughing at me when I said Westlake was going?
People that picked Westlake. I will say that.
No, you talking about to win against North Carolina? Or you talking about to possibly
beat North Shore?
Basically, but Westlake and North, I'm saying they normally have battles though. So it ain't like you got to realize in the last 5 or 6 years they done won 3 or 4 state championships. They beat North Shore before this year. I mean, that's an annual type of game. Like you want to start seeing out the North Crowley Duncanville game. So if you talking about somebody Brian, like how they ain't no average ass team.
I say again, Coach. Nobody had them pinned in to do any of that. Just like teams that y'all face. They already got sock pinned in. Sock going all the way.
Oh, but that's because this year everybody pretty much has been saying whoever won out Duncanville, North Crowley was gonna win state. Is that not true?
But before that, nobody was picking North Crowley. Nobody was picking North Crowley to beat Duncanville. No, but wasn't a lot of people in there talking about North Crowley to beat Duncanville. No, it wasn't, Coach. It wasn't.
It was some people.
Fort Worth people. Outside of Fort Worth, who was picking? They were not picking North Crowley to beat Duncanville.
Swaggy picked North Crowley to go undefeated.
And then switched up on that shit later on.
And then week 2 picked him to lose.
But this is my point though, Lonzo. What you saying is this. Okay. then nobody pick them. That's just like saying until DeSoto beat Duncanville, when DeSoto lost, DeSoto beat Duncanville, nobody picked DeSoto to win. It was once they won, people like, okay, shit, they done arrived.
Yeah.
But that's always after the fact. We talking about before it happened.
If you lost to somebody, if you got a case of losing to somebody, most of the time people gonna ride with who the favorite is. The defending state champs. Duncanville was the defending state champs. They had beat North Crowley pretty bad the previous year. North Crowley did their thing, got back to that game, and then proved the point and won a hard-fought game and won and earned it. So I'm saying, like, who's supposed to go into the game saying that?
The people that actually are watching the film and getting to know the coaches.
You don't know technically which one gonna win. A turnover here, a bad possession here. Either one of them teams can win, and either one of them teams will go win state the next week. Coach, North Carolina prevailed. They made the league mistakes. They made big plays, and they capitalized on their momentum, on their moment.
Coach, I'm gonna give you something closer to home.
What?
Nobody picked y'all. Well, very few people. I don't say nobody, because I did and a couple others, to go out to Longview and beat them at home.
That's true. But why?
No.
Because the previous times we went to Longview, they beat the shit out of our ass. So why would I be expecting somebody to say, oh, this the year that SOC gonna be Longview? You gotta prove it. Now you go into the next game in the future. Now people got a different opinion of the game. Well, they just don't view it like it's one side. It was the same way with Lancaster. Lancaster lost to Longview all them times, and everybody was saying Lancaster gonna lose. Running back go down, Lancaster win, the opinion changed. DeSoto had going into this shit. Everybody said DeSoto was gonna smoke them, but the people, Jesse Wild and all the crazy people, kept saying DeSoto ain't never beat Longview, and they still lost to them. The tradition held up, and that's how it go until you knock the tradition off. Then it don't stand for nothing no more. Now it's an even up battle. Now your kids know, oh, we can beat them. The same way when we play the Lido. Did nobody think we're gonna beat the Lido?
I'm gonna rip what you just said. Because I know J Mac got us going into overtime.
We wrap it up. It's after 11. Y'all wrap it up.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna say
I'm gonna send a cash out request for this year.
I ain't gonna lie. This been some legendary shit y'all been doing. Y'all been on one tonight.
But J Mac, I'll say that because I need a witness to this, because I know Coach Carl over there, he probably done gone to sleep. But I won't say this because you just said something, Coach Todd, that you contradicted yourself.
What did I say?
You literally talked about the tradition, right? So that was, I'm gonna go back to track. And when y'all started beating these teams that traditionally y'all didn't beat, it took y'all over the top. So when I said DeSoto's 4x1 when they beat Duncanville,
yes,
that gave DeSoto saying we can do this because we've already done it, and we can keep doing it again, and we can keep doing it again, and we can keep doing it again.
Okay, and this is my point.
And now Duncanville, and now Duncanville is in DeSoto's rear mirror. They're in their rear view mirror because they said we already done it. Yeah, because you just said you talked about tradition.
Listen, the thing about football is it's once a year. And the difference in track my thing is if you in Duncanville, hey, once we get our kid back and get him back healthy, we gonna be in contention to race them again and again and again. But they never got the ace in the hole to come back is what I was saying. I wasn't saying so if you don't, Duncanville probably didn't run them with their best 4 pieces that they had because one of them was hurt. So that's what I'm saying. So it's different between we go play a Lido, but then we got to play a Lido the next round again. That's not the same, Lonzo. So I'm saying everybody knew somebody was out. And so if I would think of Duncanville, I said that's in my back pocket. If they get him back, they got a chance. I never seen. I don't compare running rounds of track to playing different opponents in football every week. That's not the same. That carries from year to year. We're going to play this team in the playoffs one time. If we beat them this one time, this shit is over. If we lose, this shit is over. We regroup for the next year. That's not how it is in track. You can lose to them in district. You can lose to them in area. You can lose to them in regionals. And if you'd have got your leg back, you would have probably felt like you had a chance to beat the people you lost to in the 3 previous rounds. That ain't football. That's not it. That's track shit.
But I'm talking about the confidence level. The confidence level is the same. And you can't dismiss. I understand they had players out. I totally get they had athletes out. I understand that. But I'm saying on that level, once that confidence is there, you got to understand DeSoto, when they kept winning and kept winning and kept winning, and they only lost, like I said, to the team the team that they lost to at state. That team, that fourth leg, ran a fourth leg the way Braden Williams had been running the 100 all year long. He came out of nowhere. They were like in fourth place when he got that stick.
So we can wrap it up. This is what I'm saying, Zoe. It's not the same, bro. It's not the same. Now I know in your brain it's the same, but to me, that's not the same. It's a difference between going against somebody one time and you beat them one time. It ain't no more discussion. It ain't no more what ifs. It's a difference between it's the same way if we'd have beat Kyler Murray, if we'd have beat Allen, but Kyler Murray wasn't playing, what everybody gonna say, Will?
Hey, y'all didn't beat him with Kyler Murray.
Now we had to come back and play him the next week after beating him, and then Kyler Murray gonna be the quarterback? That shit totally different than beating them the week before.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't want to beat the Bulls. I don't want to beat the Bulls without Michael Jordan being at his best.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear that. If it's for a championship, but I'll give.
Championship. Listen, that's a part of the game. We take it out, we get it.
Yeah, I ain't giving my trophy back. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't give a damn.
But you know what I'm finna do though? I'm finna go ahead and end this because
y'all boy, man. We'll be back at it, man.
Yeah. Zoe, dap tied up, man. I don't know why you acting like that, man.
Hey, with the sinners.
I'm gonna give you your fist bump, but it should be because you the backhand man now. So
right. Because I'm finna go get me a 39 Club shirt, print it out tomorrow. With my boy Cole Brookins that came in and interjected himself in this gentleman's debate of Lonzo officiating track and Coach Tyler want to be a track coach.
Y'all going back at this tomorrow?
We can, but J Mac, I want to apologize. I apologize to you, J Mac, because I brought this on tonight. I did.
Hey, I'm glad y'all got it out your system. I ain't gonna lie. The shit was very entertaining.
Yeah, because y'all was waiting on me. Shit, that shit might not have happened.
Because we couldn't wait on Willow, so we had to go to get it out the way.
I got playoffs right now, Ty.
Enough to let me on. Maybe we need to do some spring football roundup.
That's next week. That's why we got track out the way tonight. That's why I just sat back.
And Coach, I saw you on one of the referee crews, and if you ever do a goddamn game and you start turning out my ass to flag, it's gonna be a goddamn problem. Have we far come over there and goddamn start shoulder shaking on your ass. And I got some more cappers on my staff too. Shit, you finna be back around.
Get her back over there. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, this been kind of fun. Even though I ain't gonna be worth shit tomorrow at work. But
same here.
It's been fun. I'll let y'all.
I appreciate y'all.
Watch this.
Football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews,
Go Hoods.
put in work.
Go Run.
Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook.
Hold up.
Coach started to stand on the scene, giving advice. He